every sluggy, welcome back to the observatory. It's time to talk about One Piece again, because we can't, like, not talk about One Piece for very long, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
The plot is too crazy. The Straw Hat readers are back. We have to talk about Elbaf. Scuba is taking a nap today. He is not caught up with One Piece, so he can't come out to play. I'm very sorry.
Sad.
Don't worry, he's hanging out with what's his name? The other duck. Why am I forgetting his name?
Karoo?
The duck from One Piece. Yeah, Karoo.
Karoo.
Yeah,
We're not going to talk
we
about...
need to be bigger. We're talking about Elbaf.
Oh, you're right. We need to be bigger. I'll slowly make us bigger throughout the stream.
Yeah, right. We don't know what you're talking about. We've always been like,
right.
Yeah, we
you
always
know that
been
everyone
gigantic.
One Piece is like 10 feet tall. Like
We should just be gigantic and overlapping each other.
I'm very secure. I'm very
Terrible.
insecure at my 9'8" status.
Our legs are just like really long. You just can't see. But yes, as always, I am here with Dr. Toto Hex, Realm, and Paper Dawn to talk about One Piece, because we've been meeting for like 2.5 years now to talk about One Piece, and so we must.
I did not think about
Crazy. No.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't even know where we want to start, because like not a ton has happened since we last talked about One Piece. But I know we can also talk about the trading card game, the One Piece trading card game, if we have time, or just in general.
Okay. Well, I guess first, for all the viewers, let's just go over like what's been going on in One Piece so far. I guess from the start of Elbaf.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What chapter does that even start? I'm just gonna look it up.
11:15. No. 11:15 is like in between.
Okay. Oh yeah, that is in between. 16.
Yeah, there's like a few, like, you know, those chapters where they catch up with what's going on with the rest of the world.
Yep.
In Elbaf.
I think we talked about a couple of these all these chapters. Yeah.
11:20 something maybe?
Yeah, it's 11:20 something.
11:20.
11:20 is the backstory of Vegapunk.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna go to the wiki. Help me.
Wiki,
11:26.
Yeah.
Yeah. 11:26.
Okay.
They're on the boat. They're on the Viking giant boat, the giant Viking boat.
Yeah.
Eating food and partying with all the giants.
Yeah.
And I am so glad that Kuma lived, because that was like the actual saddest backstory ever.
It is the saddest backstory ever. Not a whole lot can top that.
Yeah. He has like a berserk level backstory. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's intense.
Crazy.
Honestly, all I was missing was the brand of sacrifice, which I can't say he needs it, but like, damn, was that was that a lot? A lot crammed into a little.
It was.
Yeah. He's the stepdad who stepped up. He's so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, actually, this was the chapter that I think that we actually ended on, because we saw that Bartolomeo took like the poison quotation mark.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. And then we see Nami in Legoland.
Yeah, we suddenly see Nami in Legoland, and then also like the Blackbeard pirates come back and see that they've captured Garp.
Yeah.
But that like everything else like wrecked.
Yeah. Oh my god. The implications of what's happening on the story gives me anxiety every time I think of it. I don't want anything bad to happen to Grandpa.
It's okay. If he dies, you know, like Oda's gonna milk the scene for all it's worth.
I don't want it to be milked.
Yeah, I forgot what area this started to happen, but yeah, pretty much it's just like no one's safe now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But when people do die in One Piece, it's like a huge deal. And even when it is like a huge dramatic deal, sometimes they don't even stay dead. Like freaking Kinemon.
That's true.
And Pell, like, so until they like he like milks it absolutely dry, like the death scene, not the grandpa, the death scene, I don't believe anyone's dead, you know?
Yeah, for sure. It's spooky. It's spooky. But that's okay. We don't have to worry about that right now because Nami's in Legoland and she doesn't know where anybody is. Because she was spirited away.
Yeah. I remember there were like a lot of speculation from the fans because like there were a lot of inconsistencies in this chapter where like just randomly on like Luffy's back he had a sword and then it was an axe and then it was a sword again or something. But apparently on the official like manga release, like the actual like volume release, they fixed all of those.
Oh, they just fixed it
those
all?
are not even important.
Okay, well.
They're all fake.
It's all fake.
Fake news. But that's so weird because normally like Oda is like very good with details like that.
That's true. It was strange. He's working on a lot of things.
Yeah, it is wild that there is like a Lego, like oh man, and he even like designs the Legos in a way that's like actually how Legos are built.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I also like
he's a fan.
Yeah, I think he's a fan. I think this was actually just foreshadowing to be like, hey, we got Legos now.
Yeah, there's official Lego sets coming out.
Yeah, he's like, how are they gonna get on Elbaf? I don't know. Oh wait, the Legos.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the Legos are coming. The sets are gonna be announced soon. Oh.
Yeah, but it's really like the 5 original Straw Hats.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. And the chapter cover is really good in that part where it's like a witch thing.
Oh yeah, I liked it a lot. It's cute. Robin's really cute.
Yeah.
And she's always cute, but you know.
Glasses.
Yeah, I don't know. This is just like this entire like sequence is just them trying to figure out what the heck is going on, and they realize that they're in like a weird cage thing. And they find Chopper just outside.
It's not a cage, it's a display case.
Yeah, a display case. You're right.
Yeah, it's already like huge. It's like a huge castle, but it's like human size.
Yeah, like a human-sized castle land. It's interesting. Yeah, they find Chopper, and it's like, it's okay. We're here, Chopper.
Yeah, I do like how it's all the originals. It's cool.
I really thought they were going to spend more time in this place, but no, they kind of just bust out.
Yeah, because it was just a transition little thing.
Yeah. Man, Road, what the heck, man?
I do think it's funny, because it's also, like, establishing that, like, everybody kind of knows who the Straw Hats are, and so, like, the guy collecting them, he's like, oh, I have this ultra rare Nami, because he's like, she's the only Nami, but like, except for that weird football head one, I guess. But
it's just that Road was introduced in like the chapter covers, like way before, like after Dressrosa.
Oh yeah,
and he looked so cool then. He looked like edgy and cool, but we find out he's a freaking huge nerd and masochist and dork and loser. He's like the most cool like incel guy. He's awful.
He could be cool, but nope.
Yeah.
And oh yeah.
Yeah, and they kind of just like take him out.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, yeah, they just kind of punch him. And then they're done.
He's like dressed in like edgelord, like Hot Topic witch clothing, and he's like, oh yes, I am the god of this Legoland. And they're like, nope, we're just gonna bust out of here.
Yep, and then they find the real Elbaf.
Yeah, and it's even more enormous.
Yeah. And everyone is just so big. And the other Straw Hats are like trying to find them.
And they kind of just give up. They're just like, well, let's I guess let's just go to the island.
Yeah,
they're probably gonna be there.
Yeah, I like they're trying to walk across the bridge, but the bridge is so big they have to like jump across the panels. Some of them anyway. But Luffy just jumps down anyway. He's like, bye, and just like leaves.
Oh yeah, he goes under the bridge.
Yeah. Oh, and they the crew that's on the ship that didn't get stolen to Legoland do get news of like Dorian Broggy's new
Mm-hmm.
bounties, as well as like news about Gear 5 Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's that X on Luffy's arm, which is totally like Vivi's doing, you know, because she's with Morgan's right now.
Yeah,
Good news.
and it's funny that like Ramen's the only one that's like, I think I'm supposed to know what that means, but she doesn't remember.
She wasn't. She was there, but she was inside the.
She was
Mary.
there, but yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Which is like perfect because like all the people who would know
They're
are
gone.
not. Wait, no, Chopper's there, isn't he?
No, Chopper's with the others.
Oh yeah, you're right. So all the
Yeah.
people who would know aren't there.
Yep.
Crazy.
They'll find out eventually, but
Mhm.
I mean, it's just Vivi saying, "Hey, I'm alive," right? To them, which is cool.
Yeah, I think so.
And as Luffy descends down into the snowy bottom regions of this island, because it's like a 3-tier island on a giant tree, he finds the chained giant.
He big.
He's very big, and he looks pretty creepy. He doesn't look like his silhouette in the previous chapters at all.
No.
But that's like to be expected, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The silhouettes never look like what the characters actually look like.
Yoda has to decide later.
Yeah. It's just like, this is a blob-shaped guy now, I guess.
I never realized that. Wait, is it really? It's romanized Fable? It's Fable backwards.
Oh yeah, Elbaf is Fable.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn you, go at it again.
I never thought about it.
And Ekans is Snake backwards.
I did know that one, though. I've lived long enough on this earth. At least for that one. But yeah, we meet this giant guy,
Mhm.
and he is Loki. The fabled Loki. And he has a 2.6 billion bounty on him. So clearly, he's scary.
Yeah. It's still lower than.
It is. But it's not like
But
Choppers.
he's also like never left the island.
Yeah.
So we don't know. We don't know how strong he really is.
Mm-hmm.
But he like talks about like him being himself as if he's the real sun god or something.
Yeah.
He's like, I will destroy this world. I'm edgy. And all my animal friends who are living in this forest will kill you, even though I'm chained up. But Luffy just like easily
He
saves
just
them.
punches them all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's all, I don't know. They're all just trying to find
Yeah.
him after that.
Yeah, and Loki like hates Shanks for some reason, but we don't really know.
We don't know why.
why. I mean, Shanks did chain him up, but other than that,
We don't
we
know.
why.
Yeah.
And a little something.
The small detail. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Hadrian comes back.
Yay!
Yay! I actually remembered him, which is good. Despite being in Dressrosa and there being way too many characters in Dressrosa.
Yeah, it's cool that like the giants all kind of. It feels like Elbaf kind of feels small right now because of that, though. I feel like a lot of like the only giants we knew are now suddenly all together.
It makes me
Yeah.
feel like maybe there aren't actually that many.
That's what I assume.
We
Yeah.
do meet more though.
We do meet more. Yeah.
It's just that they don't really stand out that much, I guess. There's like a bunch of giant kids and
Yeah.
like a couple teachers and an old man.
Yeah.
It's like interesting. It's like I assume like an island nation sort of deal they're trying to imply here would have a lot, but it's like we have met most of them that we've met.
To
At
be
least the ones
fair,
with
they're
names.
only on like Elbaf, like the main city of Elbaf. There's probably other villages
They
elsewhere.
did, yeah. I think in like the latest chapter they imply that there's other places they live.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And probably the only people who come to feast with the Straw Hats are the ones who like know them. So.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad for Gerd because like her name is Gerd, but like I would
Really?
not be happy to have like Oda. Why
like-
did you name me the
I like a-
gastroesophageal reflux disease?
I like weird names like that. She's
Yeah.
awesome.
I know.
Yeah, Gerd is great.
No, she's great.
I like all of the crew members of Hydrogen's crew, except for Roto.
Yeah, Roto kind of sucks.
Is an ass, yeah. But which sucks because he's the one we're spending the most time with in this arc.
At least for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Brooke gives Robin a haircut.
Yay!
And she gets bangs.
She gets bangs again.
Like her original look. And it's so good.
Because she's gonna meet Saul.
She wants to look the same.
I know. My heart.
That was really cute.
Yeah, it's cute. She looks so happy about it. Yeah.
It like warms my heart whenever Robin smiles.
Yeah.
She's had such a sad life.
It's true.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh man, that chapter to come up is fucking crazy emotional.
Oh yes. That was Adventures in Elbaf.
Yeah, but they go over the rainbow.
Yeah, they go over the
Big Gay Bridge.
And they keep talking about how Shanks is here or whatever. Like Shanks is around.
Yeah, they're like
Shanks
was
here.
here.
Oh, was here. Yeah,
we know who he is.
And they're all good friends with Shanks and stuff.
Yeah, he's not here right now. It is cool. I don't really know how they're traveling up that rainbow, but that's really cool.
They explain it. They explain that it's
I know.
Some sort of special ship.
I know.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Does that mean it can travel on light? Whatever. I don't need to know. It doesn't really matter.
I was really proud of Luffy in this chapter because he lies, and he actually does it. He actually
he's so bad at lying.
Yeah, he actually lies. I'm like, damn, he's getting better at that.
Yeah. He can only lie for like certain situations, though, I think.
And he didn't really even lie. He just like dodged the question. He just like they just started talking about something else, and he was like, "Yeah."
They're like, did you go see Loki? And he's like, no.
Well, in most cases, he just doesn't even care too. He's like, "What's the point of lying? There's like there's nothing needed from it, so I'm just gonna tell you the truth." But that's very funny.
Yeah. He's like, "Hey, I'm here."
How do you like the character designs for Elbaf?
I think the character designs are really good. Like,
yeah.
Obviously, not all giants have to be attractive, but like, there's a lot of diversity, and that makes the characters really clear, like who is who, you know?
Yeah, it does. And the setting we've seen a couple times, so it's just like, wow, we finally get to see the whole thing. We've seen like small chunks of it, I guess, before. So I'm sure it's like, well, like you might be Usopp looking at it like, finally we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah.
Usopp's excitement.
But yeah, the crew gets reunited thanks to Gerd.
Yes.
And the other Hadrodine pirates who, beat up Roto for being a freak.
Yep, because he's a freak.
Yeah, kind of a freak.
Gerd transports them very comfortably.
Yes.
That's good.
She does. And they like give us a little reminder on Robin's backstory, which is depressing. Like I never want to think about it, but then I do, and then I cry.
They add more too.
I know.
Like, the scene of her like 8 years old standing on the edge of a cliff, looking down, and remembering her mom saying, "Please live," and then slowly stepping away from the edge.
So sad.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that's dark.
Like, yeah.
That's cool. It's cool that Oda can add like little bits of the backstory like that, and just adds a lot more.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like it's not jarring because it like fits exactly with what we know already.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
But it's still
like little. I keep going.
No. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say I really like this little interaction where Nami's like, "You changed your hair, like nice," and giving her like a thumbs up.
Nice. Yeah. No, it's adorable.
I also like how they're taking care of Bonnie. Like Robin has been just like watching over Bonnie this whole time too.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Actually,
it's so.
Sorry, based on the latest chapters, I like forgot that Lilith and Bonnie are even there, but they are.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this scene because it's like the first time really that like, or at least in a long time, that Luffy is interacting with somebody from one of the Straw Hats past, like somebody like important, like
No,
like
it's the first time.
yeah, I guess. I mean, you get like characters and backstories that like you know in the arc that you meet them, but it's cool that like I like Luffy's like I gotta meet him. Like I want to meet the people that like helped my crewmates or whatever. It's like really nice.
And I think it also shows more maturity on his part too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like how he's taking like things that he's learned throughout the series pretty seriously, where it's like how to be a captain and like all that stuff. So it's neat.
Yeah, like I think like you saw glimpses of it. I mean, of course, it kind of made it for the reason of like progressing the story, but like in Wano, in the prison, like he found a bunch of people who were part of the people who he had to like think about, like what's it called, like the current shogun versus the past shoguns, like regime and all those important people. But they met them because they kind of like pushed the story forward. But now he's actively thinking about people from the crew's like life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Saul being alive is like a pretty smart move story wise. Like I think it's cool. I think giving like you wouldn't be able to have like a heartfelt moment like this without that, which is like good. Like this series needs like balance. It's like good to have like, these just like really feel good moments where it's like you're crying because you're so happy. Like you just feel so good about the characters' situations.
It's such a beautiful chapter.
Yeah.
And a lot of characters had a lot of connections to the Giant, so it's nice. Like, I mean, Usopp's just having a grand old time, but for Robin, it's a bit deeper, and it's nice to see it resolved.
Still have my theories about giants in this world and how that all means that. It's pretty cool. But, yeah, it's just so, man, it's so fucking sweet. Yeah, like when they're catching up and then she's like thinking about her past and she starts crying.
Yeah.
And then like he's like awkward and he's like, I don't know how to do, so I'll just like wash up on the beach just like you found me all those years ago. I don't know how else to meet you.
Yeah, it was very sweet. And he was like, "You look like your mom."
Yeah, you look like your mom.
Yeah. But like the line that kills me is when she's like, "Oh, don't talk about like all the hard times. I want you to like praise me for surviving
because I
all this time."
survived.
Which is like, after learning how like suicidal she was, it's like, just be happy that I'm here, and alive. Like praise me for being alive. So making it.
Yeah.
And that's so beautiful.
It is, and they both cry.
All the straw. I love how the scene of all the straw hats crying too.
Yeah, everybody's sad.
It's just so sweet.
I'm crying right now.
Yeah.
Good chapter.
Luffy's just smiling, but it's cute.
Yeah.
I feel like Zoro's also not crying, but I don't
Luffy or Zoro just never cries.
Zoro also smells bad, so like whatever. Who gives a fuck about Zoro?
That's the argument. He smells bad, so it doesn't matter.
Who gives a fuck about Zoro?
I don't think Jinbei is crying either, but
Jinbei's stoic. He's cool.
Yeah.
He's
It's
also
different.
he has nothing to cry about.
Yeah, Jinbei swims a lot, so
he also kind of just met her. Like all of them have been with her a long time.
That's true.
That's true.
But Luffy also like imitates how like Jinbei like kind of shows honor and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When they're like Yakuza style.
Yakuza style.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the chapter after that, there's like the big Frankie cover to honor the original voice actor.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what that was for?
Yeah, because he retired.
Yeah, he retired. Yeah, he has a lot of health issues.
Yeah.
Which sucks because he was the voice actor for Bon Clay too.
Yeah. Two great
really?
characters. But who knows when Bon Clay will come back, so.
Or if.
No, don't say that.
Bump, bump.
Or just forgets.
Right.
Like,
No.
Oh yeah. Wait,
no way.
I think he's owning Impel Down. They are owning Impel Down at this point.
Yeah. I feel like they would use any all pronouns, honestly.
They probably do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he seems pretty chill with he pronouns. So.
Yeah. I mean, his name is Mr. Two,
Yeah, Mr.
but
Two.
he also says feminine sign, so she also works, and she calls herself a queen.
Mm-hmm.
So really, it's whatever.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point, right?
Yeah, that's what makes him so good.
Mm-hmm.
It is true.
We do meet some new giants that we've not met before at the school, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just one more thing about the thing. I actually personally started crying when Saul was like, "You found friends."
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
It's like at the very beginning of the next chapter.
yeah.
It's like she does. She have friends that love her,
And
and then
they're
everyone
all like,
cries again.
"We'll always protect you."
Yeah. And now I can move on to the school.
Oh, yeah. We meet a bunch of
there.
giant children and Saul's
Hot lady.
assistant Angie
Yeah, the big lady
and the hot MILF
named Ripley.
giant Ripley.
Yep.
Like, damn.
Which I have we're gradually getting taller. Like, they can meet their expectations.
Oh yeah,
I
I have to make
know.
us slowly bigger. I forgot.
Every
Yeah,
chapter we
date
get
the hot
bigger.
ladies. If can't even reach, gotta ask for ups.
Oda definitely has something for like tall women.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah. Are you? Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
Even Nami's like not that short.
I know.
Like
They all
bigger
have like
girl.
long legs. All
Mhm.
the like
Yeah.
attractive women always have like super long legs.
The ending of this chapter has a lot of intrigue.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had a feeling. I remember I was like mulling over this chapter for a long time because I was like, what does it mean? I'm glad I pieced together a few things. I remember when I was like, oh, because it was so confusing because it was like, oh, wait, Shanks is supposed to be here, but like,
But
he just teleported in. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
yeah, it's like,
Why
what
would
do
he
you
just
mean?
leave the teleport back in?
Mm-hmm. Like dun dun dun.
Yeah, this is a pretty dense.
This is a really
chapter.
dense chapter. Like they introduced the owl library.
Yeah, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
also find out that like nowadays giant children are not being trained to be warriors, but to be peaceful.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Which is pretty noble, but also the One Piece world is a treacherous place, so I'm not sure if that's the best idea.
Right. Being peaceful is not the best idea,
Yeah.
actually. Unfortunately. Yeah,
And
yeah.
Shanks and Mysterious Person also teleport in on a black lightning bolt.
Yup.
Yes.
Magic.
I think while we were like reading, or the people reading chapter to chapter or week to week, started calling him Shanks.
Shanks.
Like an O.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
they were
no.
like, this is not Shanks, probably.
I was joking about it, and I was like, "Oh no, it's just Shanks' brother Stabs." Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't.
You know what to do. That OC ain't gonna draw itself.
But yeah, if you haven't seen that realm, it is like this guy that looks a lot like Shanks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
They like keep not showing the side of the face that has the scar in the arm, so you can't tell if it's Shanks or if it's Shanks.
Ah, okay.
Shanks or Shanks, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I like Stabs because it's
Well, I
easier to
can't look
memorize.
up stabs, so I'll just have to like, when I can read, I guess I will.
I wish that was his name, but oh.
Yeah, right.
It's not, unfortunately. But before we get there, I like that owl. I like that really big owl.
Oh yeah, and he has like the power to make all the books huge so the giants can read it.
Yeah. But then, like, it's really hard to read if you're not a giant.
But yeah, Robin and Chopper are all like, and Bonnie are all spending time in the library.
Luffy and Usopp are
And-
playing with the kids.
Yeah, but they're like, don't bully us. We're not as rambunctious as you.
Yeah.
We just want to be peaceful.
Luffy's like kids these days.
Yeah. Except for one,
Yeah.
Colin, who is Ripley's son.
Oh yeah.
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 For some reason, I thought it was Gerd's son for a second because I was like, oh, his name was Colin. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Why?
But then I was like, oh, wait, no, that's not right. I was getting the characters confused.
That's true. Gert and Ripley do look a little similar. But
They
Gert
have-
has like the
yeah.
body paint.
Or Ripley has the body paint.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Ripley has the body
See?
paint. You're right. Ah,
But it's okay. I mean, they are different enough. I just hadn't
Yeah.
seen them enough for them
Yeah.
to stick out in my mind yet.
This is when you find out that she also had a kid with a human.
Yeah, you're like, huh?
so Colin's half giant.
Yeah.
Oh, it should have been me, not him.
I don't know, man. Like, we
that's-
find out who his dad is, and it's pretty fitting.
Yeah.
I'm like, but how? And then I'm like, I don't want to think about it.
Hockey.
No.
I
That
don't
must have
want
been the
think
highest
about
form of observation hockey, I
that.
swear.
It's not gonna. It can't be observation
It's a
hockey.
new. It's a no form of hockey.
It'd have to be like armament or
I can't
Oh,
say.
yeah,
I
you're
can't say it on
right.
stream.
I don't want
I thought he
about
was
this
more like thread the
anymore.
needle type of thing, you know?
something.
Makes you didn't get crushed.
It truly conquers hockey.
Yep. True conquerors. In any case, what the heck are we? Oh.
Yeah, we meet the guy with that sword in his head.
Oh yeah, we need the guy with the sword in his head. Don't pull the sword
Yeah.
out or he'll die.
Yeah, the
Mountain
old
beard
elder.
Jarul. Jarul.
Yeah, Jarul, who got stabbed by Loki,
Oh
and now there's just
Yeah.
a sword stuck in his head. And
Yeah.
He
there's
looks
some
interesting.
giants guarding the late King Harold's castle, but they get taken out by these strange hooded figure, Shonks and someone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just realized that Rayleigh is in that panel.
He is?
Yeah, when a refresher on Stanson.
Oh,
yeah.
And he's Luffy's punching Charlos.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
fucking-
honestly did not recognize Stanson. Like,
Yeah.
I recognized him between Dressrosa and now, but I didn't realize he was also the guy.
I didn't realize
from-
he looked so small. I didn't realize he was that big. I don't know why I never thought he
Yeah.
was a giant, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
I didn't realize he was the same guy from not Mary Joy, Bodhi.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. The country that awaits the sun.
Oh man.
Yeah. And there's definitely something going on with all these horns because they're like some giants have horns and the others don't.
Yeah, it's definitely, but I don't really know.
And the ancient giants have horns, but we'll get more on the theory and crafting.
Yeah. It's been so long since I read some of these. I'm like, oh my gosh. I
Yeah,
didn't
and they're
realize.
eating giant moose, carnivorous moose meat.
Yeah, they got a big moose.
Hmm.
Roto's still gross.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of
Oh, there are other giants here, but they only show up like in one panel each.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're just not that
Just like,
important.
just like little guys.
Little big guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is like the first time that Luffy's like realizing like, oh, I look like the sun god.
Oh,
When I am
yeah.
my most
Yeah.
free.
Uh-huh.
But he doesn't really care. He's just like, that's funny. Because he's
Yeah, weird.
Luffy. I'm like, oh,
What are
weird.
the odds?
Oh, interesting.
And then the other giants like talk about Loki and how he's a troublemaker and like did all of these terrible things,
Right.
like
Oh, yeah,
control
like
the
the-
vicious animals and make them attack, and set things on fire as pranks.
Yeah, and I guess Loki seems to be having like the true Loki treatment.
Mhm.
Like you would see him in other pieces of media, which is probably good.
Which is ironic though, because Loki in like the Norse mythology is also the son of a giant,
Yeah, he is.
Oh.
but now he is also enemy of the giants in this story.
Yeah. Yeah, so then, well, yeah, they go off to the big castle. Nami is along too because she wants treasure.
Yeah, it's just Nami, Zoro, and Luffy.
Yeah, Nami, Zoro, and Luffy.
The OGs.
The OGs.
And Roto,
And
who
Roto.
is here for a reason.
He's there because he's big. Like, they just
Yeah,
made it
and
so...
because Nami basically makes him like a simp for her.
Yeah.
And he has
I
it.
love that line where he's just like, we're both navigators, right? She's like, never get that close to me again. He's like, I'm sorry.
Like everyone bullies him. Like
He's kind of
even
deserves
Zoro's
it.
like, if you hadn't been stopped by that trap, I would have sliced your head off.
Yep.
He's like, no. He's so pathetic. I hate it.
He did like
Like I
steal
like
them.
pathetic characters, but he makes really gross faces.
He does. He really does.
Yeah, they made him weird because he like obviously like captured them, but like with ill intent in mind. So it's like you're weird.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
no redeeming.
Mhm.
Like,
No redeeming. It's yeah.
Yeah.
I do like
Oh,
the.
but
Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh no, no. I think I. Oh, what the heck was it? It's just like the three of them going along together was just kind of cute because I don't even think Nami really wanted or she wasn't going to go, but she was like, "Oh, there's treasure in the castle," so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
But then we get to see Loki, who's still chained up at the bottom there now that everyone else has left him alone.
Yeah.
And Shanks and this new character,
Shanks.
Gumko,
not
show
gonna lie,
up.
I really
And
don't
she's
like
one of
Gunko's
the
design.
holy knights. You don't? Or do?
No, I think it's over designed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
definitely
like,
doesn't look like it's from this manga. Like it
no,
looks like it's from
not
a
at
different
all.
manga.
Yeah, I think
But,
she,
like,
yeah.
even if you're like, even if that's like an angle he's trying to go for, making these guys look like, you know, sort of otherworldly,
Yeah.
which is like, I wonder why. But like the like the different colored eyes, the goggles, the hat, the cape, the short skirt with the fucking stupid little panty shot, the boots with the crazy stuff, the arrow thing. It's just like
And
it's
then
just
the
a
long
lot.
sleeves, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, I was gonna say I think she needs to lose like one or two of them and then she'd be okay.
Yeah, one or two accessories.
Like I think
yeah.
like literally the character we're about to meet is fine. It's just
Yeah.
she's weird. Look, she's
She just
weird
has-
looking.
Yeah,
It's just too much. I think
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
just
you're
too
right.
much.
It
Yeah.
is too much.
She doesn't need the
Um,
heterochromia. It's like, okay.
Yeah, the heterochromia
Unless
is a
that's
little
like
much.
a specific part of her power, which I don't really understand how her power works, but
Doesn't need the goggles.
no.
I
No.
think the face covering, like the mouth, is fine because that kind of fits with the whole bandage and
Yeah.
arrow thing she's
Yeah,
going
I'm
for.
curious if the cape thing is only right now too, because like you know Shanks is
yeah.
also in a cape.
Yeah.
So
That's
like,
true.
I wonder if that's just the way it is.
Oh, it probably
normally.
is. Like
I
she
like
was
the long.
supposed to wear one.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
long sleeves because it complements her power with the arrows. I think that's neat. But yeah, the
Mhm.
hat. She didn't even have that. Just get rid of the hat.
Take off that
It's
hat,
fine.
girl.
Yeah. You can keep the eyes. You can keep your funny edgy like bandages over your mouth. I don't care. But like the hat needs to go. Like it's just too stupid. There's a lot of characters with hats
yeah,
like
it's
that
also
already
like
in this
it's
series.
so close to
Yeah.
Koala's hat. It's like you
It
could
is.
confuse her. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like a few characters like that.
There's like
yeah.
a few too many characters with goggles in the series.
Yeah.
This isn't Digimon. I don't need goggles on everyone. Like
There's like
Shadow
only
has
one
goggles too.
character with goggles in Digimon too.
No, that's not true. There's one character with goggles in every season.
It's like the
of Digimon.
trope, yeah.
I guess so.
It's like the Ash
That's how you know
Ketchum
that the
every
main characters, they have to have the
I
goggles.
guess you're right.
time. And this bitch, this stupid oversized bitch, just kills a dog or like hurts a dog.
But she does have a
Mm.
really interesting power. She has the arrow fruit.
Yeah.
And she can basically create like vectors.
Yeah,
The,
vectors and they can do whatever
girl
she
from-
wants.
Yeah, and cause people to go in a direction.
It's
yeah.
the girl from what's it called? Soul Eater. Did you ever watch Soul Eater?
Oh,
Oh
you're
yeah,
right.
Medusa from
Yeah,
Soul
Medusa
Eater.
has
Yeah.
that, yeah.
It's more like this is like a very niche reference, but in part 8 of JoJo's, there's this one stand called Awaken 3 Leaves, and it's basically this one. It's
Oh.
lining up arrows. But that one is like 3 different arrows, and you can adjust the magnitude
it's
of
like-
the force.
Media. What? I can't. Never mind.
No.
I was gonna
The,
say.
But yeah, it is a very
small,
cool
but-
power.
It looks cool, yeah, and the way it's drawn in this next chapter is
Yeah.
cool as hell.
I like her design, but you're right. I think the heterochromia is way too much. I think that is what I would take out.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing her and being like, "What the heck?"
Like why?
Again, like I understand there's supposed to be a little more over the top, a little bit more extra, because it's just kind of like the kind of like storytelling kind of thing.
Yeah,
Right.
But
or lose the panties thing because that really isn't necessary. It doesn't go with the rest of like.
I
Give her
know
pants.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
exactly.
like Oda draw
Oda, just
girl,
have
like
pants.
Bandages
like
all the way
Oda.
up.
You were saying tall women. If
Fine.
there's something that I have learned 100%, Oda has a thing for legs.
Yeah,
Oda loves
I
legs.
think
so
seems like a
like,
lot of
Seems to
mangaka
be
we read like
kind of a theory with some of the people
like
we're going
legs.
into, like Dungeon Meshi. Didn't you say that Dungeon Meshi's author had a thing for legs too?
I don't know if it's
probably.
legs,
No,
but
it was
Ishikawa totally does.
Land of
Land of the
Lustrous,
Lustrous, yeah.
Yeah.
At
Oh yeah,
100%.
Land of Lustrous.
Yeah. No, I
Legs
think
and
Dungeon Meshi is more. I feel like she likes well-bodied people.
Yeah, like thick, like
Oh, yeah.
dwarven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It doesn't have to be
100%.
thick per se, but like even Laios and like
Yeah, people that are like
Galen are like they're not fat.
sturdier,
They're just like they're well fed, you know?
wider, but
Mhm.
Like round faced, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
They don't all have to look like supermodels.
I think she says as much. She probably does say that that's what she likes
Hmm.
in her art books.
Yeah. Just like more realistic.
And she draws
proportions.
them. It's like I mean, she doesn't have
Yeah,
to say it to
it's
clearly
true.
see
You
like
can see it.
in her art books. It's like she
Mhm.
obviously likes drawing these
Yeah,
kind of
just,
things.
you know, you have a little bit of a belly on you. It's fine. That's just
Mhm.
what people look like.
That's the good stuff.
Unlike One Piece, where like if a
Listen.
person has a belly in One Piece, it means they are like literally a circle in shape.
No one complains. No one complains about extra meat on the meat they buy at the grocery store. Why are people complaining about it on humans?
I know.
It's true.
People pay extra for that shit here.
Alright.
Just saying.
No, you're
But
right.
now give me all the goods, all the trimmings.
Give me all of it. Yeah. Like, oh yeah.
The next chapter we see her fight. What's his face? Loki a little
Yeah,
bit.
she fights Loki
Or kind of just beats him up.
Luffy is looking for the key to release Loki in the old castle. But the castle's been like destroyed.
There's dead bodies
there's-
everywhere.
Yeah, dead bodies everywhere.
We do learn that like the people who have horns do have the blood of ancient giants running through their veins.
Yeah.
But
Just like
the
ours.
King Harold had removed his own horns so that he tried to make a peaceful era.
Yeah.
And we learned Hadrudin is Loki's half brother, which is also very like Norse mythology, Thor and Loki.
Oh, it is. Yeah. They have different mothers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But apparently Hadrudin is like kind of looked down upon because he is not pure of blood or whatever.
He was born in a different country or whatever. So there's multiple giant countries, I guess. Oh yeah, because having a baby, having a child with another giant from different lands taints the blood, or whatever.
Just silly.
Hadrudin's doing just fine.
Yeah. And Road like basically says like Hadrudin wants to unite all the giants if that's his dream.
Yeah, and he's like,
honestly,
it's briefly shown that he's like nice to Rodo.
Yeah.
When they're kids. Yeah.
Rodo was still a loser. He's always been a loser.
He's always a loser.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna be king of the giants.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dawn, how do you feel about Junko's gigantic ass boots? Steppy boots.
Steppy boots. She just
Odo
gets
needs
real
to, like,
tall.
Take a cold shower before he writes these chapters.
It's not even sexy though, because it's like all shin.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, look at those shins. Yeah.
It's like Dawn, or not Dawn. It's like Realm was saying earlier, like Wilt from Foster's Home.
Yeah.
It's like just
this
super
is very,
long legs.
Very My Hero-y power, I must say. Like something about the way it's like the way it makes like the big feet out of like the wrapping or whatever. Very My Hero-y.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, something about it reminded me of that. I feel like a lot of times like One Piece powers are much more like, I don't know. It's not
They're
as
more
like
simple. Yeah,
they're simpler. They're not as like they're not as like crazy as this, I guess.
Yeah,
but I
like, they're
feel
crazy
like
in like more subtle ways. Yeah,
because like all of like the elders we saw and the other power we see later are all pretty crazy, and they feel like they're from like a different manga.
Yeah,
yeah, you're
cool.
right.
Yeah, but yeah, then he She beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, she beats the shit out of him.
And
Yeah.
Shanks shows his face.
Yeah, and
Shanks
they
shows
try
his face.
Oh yeah. Does it say his name?
Yeah,
in this
it
one?
does. His name isn't
Glamrock.
Shanks.
It's Glamrock Freddy.
Glamrock Freddy.
Yep.
Yeah, did not expect that.
Shamrock, yeah.
Yeah, it's Figarland Shamrock, son of Saint
I
Garland.
was so mad. I was like, Shamrock, no, it needs to be
there
stabbed.
wasn't there like a sort of like tease at this in the movie?
Just for the last name.
Yeah, just for the
Oh,
last name.
really? Okay.
Yeah,
I
isn't that
didn't know
cool?
that.
Because it was like Figarland.
I didn't know
Shanks.
that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool. Like nice little like wet fart there. Like,
Right?
put it in the
Don't
fucking
tell me in the
movie.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I hate you.
But no, we find out that it's Shanks's identical twin brother,
Yep.
which I feel like is kind of lame. I don't like the twin trope.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. You know, it's like funny how I always hear it as a trope, but I don't see many pieces of media do it. Like I hear it more as something people don't like than I ever see it done.
I feel like the worst is when it's in a mystery movie or something.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh,
was
the
just
culprit was
thinking.
actually her identical twin that no one knew about.
It's like I do like this dynamic though. I like the idea that even if the twin brother thing is just a way to like, you know, kind of mess with your expectations.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea that Shanks is like the rogue brother. Like the one that like kind of like didn't follow in the footsteps of everybody else.
Yeah.
And like it's just like a cool, like it adds to like the diversity of like of Roger's crew,
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. So I think it's cool. I think like the sort of like I like this idea that's like suddenly now every time, the very few times we've seen Shanks in the series, it might have not even been Shanks, and it's like that's kind of cool. Like it kind of like
They're
throws,
absolutely
you know.
gonna fight though. Like
Yeah, they're
I
totally
like
gonna
that.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's what's scaring me.
Mhm.
That Luffy has to fight Shamrock, and then Shanks is gonna fight like Blackbeard, and then Grandpa's gonna die somehow.
Shamrock.
I have so
Shamrock
much
looks like he-
anxiety over Grandpa.
I feel like what's it called? Like Shanks smell. Like I know Shanks smells really bad. It's
Yeah.
been, like said. So I feel like he smells like cologne or something. It's
Oh
like the
yeah.
opposite.
No, he looks like that. He has like wavy long hair and he's
I would
dressed like
rather.
an
I'd
actress.
probably
Yeah.
rather smell Shanks than his brother because if it smells like
If it's
cologne,
it's too much.
and like hair gel, I'd be like gross.
Gross.
He looks like musketeer or something.
He does.
And they try to convince Loki to help them destroy Elbaf. And Loki's like, "Fuck you!
Yeah, he's like, no.
I'll destroy the world myself. I don't need you." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I
And they
don't
beat him
need you. You can
Yeah,
beat
they
me
beat
up
him
if
up
you
with
want
dogs.
to.
up. Mhm. And
Yeah.
they do.
And they do. He has a biting
do,
blade,
stab
but
me?
it's like
Local man gets
dogs.
stabbed.
Yeah. So this is confusing because
Yeah.
he has like the actual Cerberus power,
Yeah.
but it's not clear if this is like a fruit that his sword ate, or if it's a power he has, or if this is like a demon
A
that he
demon,
summoned.
Yeah.
I think it's a demon because
I
it has
think it's a
the
demon.
black billowy smoke around it, which I think is
Right.
the representation of like.
And
demon
also, like
stuff.
last time when they had the arrow thing, they did say arrow fruit.
Yeah.
But this one they didn't say fruit. They just said Cerberus, like it's the actual demon, and it
Yeah.
looks like really fucking metal.
Yeah.
Does look cool.
It's literally like
Also,
swords
yeah,
coming
the-
out of dog.
Yeah.
the black billowy smoke. I'm just now realizing it's like, oh, and then Luffy has the white billowy smoke.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's also like it's the clouds that are around like gods and like Raijin in Japanese culture
Yeah,
too,
oh,
right?
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's my sword.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's the biting blade or whatever.
Hmm.
It's crazy. And then I don't understand how these arrows work. It feels like they can just work in any way that she wants them to, and it kind of makes me
Yeah,
mad.
it just makes like a bird. Yeah,
But we'll see.
Yeah.
she'll die before it's important.
She'll die, maybe.
Luffy will just like kill her, like rip all of her limbs off.
Yeah.
Damn. No, the theory is that she'll fight Zoro, and Zoro will be
Oh.
really good against fighting her because Zoro can't tell directions.
But no, it's a woman.
Hmm. He's like the ultimate counter, like Perona and Usopp and Luffy and Enel.
Oh.
Zoro can't tell directions, so he's unaffected by the arrows.
Oh, that's true. He wouldn't be affected at all.
They talk about how some Shanks guy came by, some red-haired guy, and started beating them up. He's like, Shanks would never do that.
It was probably his evil twin brother.
Yeah, it was probably his evil. It was some guy that looked like him. It's like what Luffy said.
It's a crackhead theory,
like, well,
Luffy.
you're
like,
right,
What, you on
Luffy.
Reddit again? Like... Yeah, this is the bombshell fucking chapter.
Oh yeah. Oh
The
my
more
god.
bombshell
This is
chapter.
crazy. Yeah. It feels
It's
like,
like
we talked about so much.
It's so funny where like people, I don't know who I was talking to somebody about how he saw people online talking about this chapter and like just like being like, this is the most mind-blowing chapter of One Piece in a long time. And then he was like, yeah, I was curious, but I saw it was just like a writing on a wall thing, and I'm like, you don't get it.
You don't get it. You don't get it. Yeah.
I was like,
It was the
those
one where
words
I was
written
like,
on that wall are like
shaking
the
my
most
friend's neck. So I was
intense.
like, you have to catch up.
I know. I guess Tramps and that we were like theorying.
Yeah, we were talking for like 20 minutes.
Good while.
Yeah.
It is insane. The world building is just like so intriguing. It's just
Okay,
it's
so
unreal.
let Realm know what the heck is going on before we get there.
Please.
Ripley grabs like Frankie like an action figure.
Oh yeah,
and she takes
Also-
him over to see the Atom Tree because
That-
that's what he wants to see because that's what the ship is made out of.
That
instead.
panel is so funny because you always kind of forget how big Frankie is. He's like the size of like a good like 9-inch action figure to her.
Yeah.
And it's like I forgot Frankie's that big because she's like,
Frankie's very large.
because like like Luffy was like literally like a ant to her, and it's like, oh, Frankie's huge.
Yeah. Frankie's huge.
Especially after time skip, he's very large.
Yeah.
But while everyone else is like at the library or Nami, Zoro, and Luffy's case at the castle, she takes him to see this like mural on the tree.
Yeah.
And this mural is like, some people say it's just graffiti, some people say it's like, oh, it's just a kid's drawing. But
Yeah, you get like
it's
a little bit of a it's really cool because at the same time you get Saul talking to Robin about it, and Saul says like there's a few lines that he says and I'm like, holy moly, because he says something like it's split into 3 chapters and it's like predicting the future rather because it like the last part of the chapter that they talk about hasn't happened yet when it was written, so it's kind of predicting what would have been today,
right,
which is
so
crazy.
We have like the pages from the book that Robin's reading overlaid with the gigantic mural, and it's a wild mural. There's so much going on in this mural that like it's like a giant black serpent. There's like
it's like the kind of like it's sort of implying that like the first world, because you know how I remember in they said it in Egghead that like it was like advancements before and then it like went back, so it's like that was the first, and the serpent and like something I can't even tell.
I think we should just read it.
Yeah, we can just read
although
it.
translation is kind of scuffed.
In the official one, I think it's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Am I doing it? I can do it.
If you want.
Okay. Sure. For the first world. Within the earth there was fire. Mankind succumbed to greed and touched the forbidden sun. The enslaved prayed and the sun god appeared. The earth god raged, and with its serpent of hellfire shrouded the world in death and darkness, and they will never meet. Then in the second world, within the void there was breath. The forest god tamed demons, and the sun spread the fires of war. Those of the half-moon dreamed. Those of the moon dreamed. Man killed the sun and became god, and the sea gods stormed, and they will never meet. In the third world, within the chaos there was emptiness. The inconvenient remnants recall the promised day and hear the voice of the half-moon. The sun god dances and laughs, guiding the world to its end. The sun returns and brings a new morning, and they will surely meet. And that's it.
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like
and the mural is crazy.
The amount of
when you can
lore.
see it, it's like whoa.
Because I'm not physically looking at it. It's not hitting me as hard.
Yeah.
You can clearly see things in the mural, like oh, that's Luffy. Oh, that's maybe Laboon. Maybe that's Yeah.
Yeah, there's like
maybe that's Loki. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a big robot. There's obviously like Nika.
There's Wimpy Hoshi.
There's like a tall thing with like horns with like a giant fighting a giant like demon monster with horns that's holding a sun. It's like
Yeah, you can distinctly see the
Yeah.
people of Wano, and you can distinctly see like the freed slaves.
Yeah, there's a whale, which might be Laboon, maybe.
Yeah.
There's also an arc flying towards the moon
Yeah.
and a lightning bolt coming out of it. There's
I
like
guess
what
could be
looks like
Enel.
to be an elephant, maybe.
Yeah.
And there's like an
Oh
arc
no,
with
there's
like
definitely an elephant. I think it's an elephant.
Yeah.
I think
And
it's
there's like a
Zo.
conveyor belt coming out of like a gigantic factory with a gigantic black serpent coming out of it that's like huger than anything we've ever seen.
Yeah, the right half of the mural is more confusing than the left half.
Because we just don't know what happened in the past.
Yeah.
And there's also like a weird dragon thing in the middle that's like breathing out fire.
Yeah, but I think that the dragon in the middle is good because
Is it?
Maybe because it's aiming towards the big scary thing. It's aiming its fire
Maybe.
towards the big scary thing.
Yeah, and then there's like all these things about like the god of the forest, the god of the sea. Who are these people? What?
Well,
You're right.
pretty sure
Frankie is
pretty
in the
sure the
middle.
god of the sea is Emu.
I think so too.
That's like
Yeah.
a safe bet.
Mhm.
And then like I have so many theories. Like I guess like very like TLDR like kind of thing is like it seems like in the beginning like mankind made a deal with the devil which caused devil fruits, I think. That would make sense. And it's like I was gonna say, and then like the sun god appeared, and then the earth god was like, you know, mad that the sun god, like that where the people were being suddenly free because this devil thing was supposed to keep people in check. And then that's when like whatever the earth god is, which I still don't really, that's pretty mysterious, basically like purged the world, which is I assume what caused the oceans to rise to the point that they are. And then like within the void, which I assume is what they're calling just like the current like sundered world, is like what was I just gonna say? That's like the war or whatever when people started fighting back. Which I assume is where Nika is from. Which is like
I
Joy
don't know,
Boy.
because-
Joy Boy Nika.
Yeah,
Know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Nika I think
I don't
is
know.
like I think Joy Boy is
Yeah, I
like
think Joy
similar
Boy's the
to
second
Luffy.
world, and I think First
Yeah.
World is like the original Nika.
Yeah. I think Joy Boy is basically just like Luffy. Like he was the one to reincarnate Nika.
Yeah.
And like yeah, then the current world is what they're talking about is like, you know,
Right.
the sun god dances and laughs, guiding the world to its end, which is like Luffy.
Yeah.
I think the devils may have come like originally in the first world, but when it says the forest god tamed demons, maybe that's like someone trapped like the concept of devil fruits into like the devils into fruits.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's another thing where I'm like I'm really curious on how the history of devil fruits, because it's very obvious at this point that, to me at least, well, that the giants inhabited the world first, because like they have a vendetta against like just they don't even know why, they just have like a history vendetta against devil fruits. They like shun it. It's like why would they be the only people to shun it? Like they're the only ones that like the government is very specifically very like not okay, like very freaked out by, like, you know, they are the ones like the scariest, and I think you're supposed to just believe, well, they're powerful, but it's like, yeah, but we've like met a lot of powerful people, like, you know, it's very clear that they have specific problems. I still think back to that panel where there's that big ass straw hat in the cage, and it's like, what did that mean?
Maybe the original Joy Boy or the original Nika was a giant.
It's what I'm thinking, and it's like Emu keeps that as like a representation of like, you know, this is like, you know, this is what I'm fighting for. So this never.
And maybe
this stuff
the
never
original
happens
giants
again.
or the original ancient giants were actually evil. Maybe they weren't so nice.
Yeah, I mean, I assume like, I don't think Oda's gonna play with the idea where it's like everything was like a utopia in the beginning, because that's like kind of cheesy.
And I don't think like Emu will be like pure evil too. Like
no, I think
the most evil you can be is like when you think you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I think Loki will be a representation of that past where it's like Loki ate a devil fruit. So it's like maybe the horned giants were the ones that succumbed to greed that ended up either making the deal with the devil to like, you know, become these like monster people, like, you know, these like, you know, evil like devil creatures, which then might have been reduced, or like, you know, I assume when it says, because, you know, Vegapunk also kind of explains this, where it's like devil fruits are the encapsulation of like people's like wants and like desires.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like I didn't even think about that with the forest god, but that'd be an interesting plot point where it's like at some point all the devil fruits were just things that people wanted. So
Yeah.
like, you know, some giant was like, I want to be made of fire. And then like the devil was like, sure, go for it.
I want to be my brother's jacket.
Yeah, so I wonder like, and then at some point they like, yeah, they concise these people. They like basically killed everyone, or like in the way of like them basically killing all those people, they like made
I don't know if it
devil
was the
fruits.
giants who ate the devil fruits. Maybe it was the people who ate devil fruits so they could fight the giants.
Or that. Well, I am under the impression, because again, I think this is like a good thematic story thing, that giants inhabit the earth, the celestial people, which is like just such a specific name,
Right.
aren't from Earth in some capacity. I don't know. I don't think they're going to be like just straight up aliens. Probably just like, you know, from a different universe.
We
or
know
something.
like some space people because we know the Lunarians who
Yeah, the
have.
Oh,
Lunarians
yeah.
do exist.
Yeah. So whatever they're from, I just like people whenever I say aliens, like if it's aliens,
There are aliens in One Piece.
There are already aliens. Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever. I'm like,
Bulls.
but yeah, I think it'd be an interesting idea, just like thematically, if like these smaller people came to Earth and made people smaller. Like they basically like reduced the population of the bigger people to make people smaller because they felt inferior.
I almost wonder,
Like that's a
like
interesting idea, which would make sense on why there's like people in between, like Whitebeard, because it's like they're not quite giants, but they're still like big humans, which is kind of interesting, or Big Mom.
I don't want to shit on your theory. This is actually just something I'm noticing while you're talking about this, because on the conveyor belt thingy, there's like a conveyor belt realm in this mural of people.
Yeah.
But like as it's happening, like the people get bigger. So now I think, is it the opposite? Are they being forced to get bigger?
We do see some humans are larger, like the admirals are just tall humans for some reason.
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
what? I guess it's hard to know.
I don't know how to interpret that. So
I was gonna say, I feel like that's a little like vague. Even then, it's like, what way is the conveyor belt even going?
I don't know what way it's going.
I'm not sure about like reducing the actual size of people, but probably reducing the population of people.
At least the population of giants, which I think is which is specific. Yeah, which I think is a really good, like, literally, like, the people in power can only stay in power when they make people smaller, is like a really good sentence to summarize themes in One Piece.
Because it does say man killed the sun, and I think that's the humans taking over the Red Line, which was like where the Lunarians lived, right?
Yeah.
Lunarians were considered gods on the Red Line, and we know that humans live there now.
Yeah.
There's also some people have been theorizing that the Earth God and the Serpent of Hellfire is the Red Line itself, and the Red Line, as we know it, is just like the dead body of this enormous creature.
The Red Line was just like a vague thing. Like it's just like a.
Or no, the Red Line is like the continent.
It's land, yeah.
And it's the land.
Oh, it's the land.
It's like the
the
ring
Grand
of
Line
land.
is the sea. The Red Line is the ring of land.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
And then I think we can all probably agree that when they say the voice of the half moon and those of the half moon, that's the D, right?
I would have. Yeah, either that and I.
Oh, the D stands for dream.
Or the D is not a D
no,
at all.
No, I know.
No, this sounds very like I still kind of think this. Trust me, I wouldn't like this. Doesn't make a difference to me. It might stand for dawn because they constantly talk about like the new morning and the romance dawn and like new beginnings.
I had that thought too a little bit. I was like, oh, that'd be so funny.
It could. I don't know. It's not that far fetched.
Or the D stands for every D word here, and it's just whatever people interpret, like death, darkness, demons.
Yeah.
The half moon being the D, I don't think the D is like super. Well, yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe they called it that, like the half moon or whatever. But
remnants.
But either way, I think like it would feel very poetic if, even if it wasn't dawn, if it was like something else, it would feel poetic if they're the representation of like change, because you know they're the will of D or whatever, the will of.
But it's linked to the inconvenient remnants, which we know that like Ima's trying to get rid of people like Vivi.
That they know the truth, right? Or they have the D.
Yeah, which I still believe to be they are descendants of the original Earth people, which is like giants.
You're right. It could be descendants.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Well, no, I don't think it's. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry.
Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that. Well, I don't think D is like by blood, because one of One Piece's themes is that birth,
It's like
in family
soul.
by blood,
Yeah.
is not as important as like the family you choose, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
I don't think
more
that
Bonds by blood are
necessarily,
not.
reincarnated or something.
but like even then, I think it's like
Mhm.
like they've established that Vivi's family was part of the original world, like before the kingdoms got separated. They've established that. Yeah, they established that Alabasta was the only kingdom that didn't
Yeah.
rechange. So they are one of the few nations that are descendants of that original world. The
Yeah.
Kozuki clan is also, and
Mm.
then the Fishmen are also.
Yeah.
So like and then those three, now that they've stabbed Vivi in the face, being like, "I want her," we have Mononosuke who can talk to the oldest creatures living on the earth. We have Shirahoshi can and Luffy can.
Well,
Yeah.
So
technically,
like,
the Lunarians are also pre.
Yeah.
They are. We
Well,
just
right.
don't really. Other than that one guy, we don't really know.
Yeah, other than
Yeah.
King, we don't
King,
but I
really know
think
yeah.
it's like I think it was very. I think like with the way like they all talk to Zoe or Shirahoshi could talk to the big thing. I think
The
that's
big
like
fish,
really
yeah.
really
Yeah.
intentional that they can talk to the oldest creatures that are living on the earth, because it's like, ooh, like they have a connection with those people. Why do they have a connection with those people? I don't think it necessarily needs to be like it's about blood, but I like the idea that like, you know, Emu's trying to like wipe the earth of like every bit of its history, and they are
Right.
representations of its
Right,
history,
they're
which is
inconvenient
important.
remnants, right?
Yeah,
They're
which is
the
yeah,
ones
which is yeah, which is really cool. Again, with a author like this who loves history, like it just feels very
Mhm.
thematically
Mhm.
relevant.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of like imperialistic message behind this, or like, not that he's trying to imperialize, but like that
Yeah,
the
it's
history includes like,
anti-imperialism. Yeah.
oh yeah,
imperialism
a
and
100%. That's why
colonialism
that's
and everything.
yeah, that feels very thematic to a lot of like
Mhm.
parts in One Piece, which is why I go with the theory that like
Yeah.
the celestial dragons came and colonized the world, like the human race.
Yeah, I
Well,
So
see.
they
like
definitely colonized the Red Line and took it to the
yeah,
Yeah,
Lunarians.
they definitely
and
did.
they created the government, I think, which is
Mhm.
why like
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is why that's like the
But perhaps
representation of
they're
that.
doing it because they were the ones who were colonized. And this is like, oh, they feel like they're justified in
You know,
doing this because they were colonized before themselves.
I personally, I feel like it would be the opposite. I think one other thing is in the process, because it would be the Earth being split up into islands is obviously part of the plot because of the ancient weapon. So I think it'd be like it would make sense if there was like bigger islands at one point, like bigger land masses to accompany the
Oh,
giants.
there absolutely were larger land
Yeah.
masses because Oris was the continent puller, and it's hard to be a
Yeah.
continent puller when there's only one continent.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think like them separating the world, like flooding the world, was a way to like again separate people, isolate people, make people smaller, kind of thing. I think, and again, they're called celestial dragons. I just feel like those are the people that are not the descendants of Earth. I think like the
Mm.
giants are the ones that are truly like human, which is why like
I
Luffy is kind of
disagree.
the
I feel like humans don't necessarily always have to be like the only bad guys, and that a lot of things can be more morally gray. Because we do know that like ancient giants like Oris existed once upon a time,
Yeah.
and they did not seem like, based on like all the legends we know about Oris, they did not seem like good people.
yeah. Again, I don't think that makes sense. I don't think that's like I think that would be
We will
I
have
think
to
they'll
wait and
probably
see.
establish that, but I just think
Mhm.
like with what they're establishing, where it's like, oh, these demon powers and everything that these specific
Mhm.
people have, it's like kind of like literally devil powers. Like the ocean doesn't like them. It's like it feels very
Right.
like anti-human race, and like Luffy is supposed to be like the representation of the
Mhm.
human race, sort of thing, like the freedom and everything.
Right.
So, yeah, I
I
don't know.
don't
It's
think that the celestial dragons like were from another world though, because it says man killed the sun and became god, and I think that's like the celestial dragons ascending the red line and killing the Lunarians,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe it's just like a subset of human
and
or
then
something. Yeah.
they like declare themselves the gods of this new world.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do
don't know.
agree that Emu is probably the sea god, though.
Yeah, that's like
Emu,
literally
yeah.
what it translates to, right? Or like whatever, like the
Emu backwards is
the
Umi, which is
Umi,
sea.
yeah, just see,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I know that in like there are. I remember looking it up, and like an emu in Japanese mythology is like a big sea creature thing.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing in the middle. I don't know.
I don't know. Do
Yeah.
we know if there is a sun in One Piece? Have we looked at the sun? I think
Yeah.
so.
I mean, there's daytime,
Yeah, there's daytime,
so I
Mhm.
think so.
so I think so.
Yeah, and there might be multiple moons. We're not sure.
Yeah, there might be more than one moon. We don't know.
Like the one time we see like an astrolabe or like a orrery.
I mean, there's rainbows. Rainbows implies that there's a sun, but I don't
That's
know.
true.
I don't know.
No, there's definitely a sun in One Piece. What are you saying?
I know.
There's so many shots of like Luffy with the sun behind his back to like be like, oh, foreshadowing.
Yeah, foreshadowing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say there's a sun.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say yep.
Yeah,
I
the
think,
one time we
yeah.
see an orrery on Robin's Island on O'Hara, there's like multiple moons.
Oh, really?
Hmm
Oh. Whoa.
Interesting.
So we don't know if that's like something that Oda will actually make canon, or if that's just like, oh, that was just for fun. I
Right.
just wanted to draw something cool.
Sure. Hold on, sorry. I'll be right back really quick.
Okay, no problem.
You can keep talking.
It's just
Yeah.
listening to you guys talk about all these descendants and not reincarnations, but just like versions of different of the world. Do you think the people who were like part of the celestial heritage could have been coerced by some other person? Like you like could have been coerced by the Lunarians. Like they don't have a direct
That's
Mm.
true.
attachment, but the Lunarians of old could have been some sort of
I
revered
think.
as some sort of deity figure, or they
Yeah.
they just pulled a fast one over who the Celestials ancestors were. Kind of kept that cryptic through the times.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It does say like mankind succumb to greed and touch the forbidden sun.
Yeah, I think that line in particular, because there's also like these like factory looking things, it makes me think like the world was not a good place.
Yeah, but it was
Before
also
all-
like
yeah.
highly technological somehow.
Yeah, highly technological. Like this messaging feels a little anti-imperial, a little anti-industrial.
Mhm.
So-
Yeah.
yeah.
One Piece is political? No
Wait,
way.
no way.
We only talk about overthrowing kings every other arc.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Realm, I did send you on Discord a link to the mural if you want to like.
yeah,
take
when
a
you
look,
when you
but
can
I
see
know
it.
when you can. Yeah.
Thank you.
No pressure.
It's not too bright. I'll look at it after.
Hmm
Actually, you know what? Well,
It's just a lot of lore drop, because like, yeah, it's just like this lore goes like 3 times as deep as you thought it did.
Right. Yeah, it was like such a big drop, and it was like, oh my gosh, thank you, Oda. for
And we
feeding
don't
this.
know, like, there's like multiple things that could have happened with like why the void sentry is there. Maybe we've been assuming that it's because the truths before that are somehow inconvenient to who's in power now. But it also could be like those things are just too traumatic to think about,
Right.
or like literally too dangerous, because we do know that they're afraid of the like ancient weapons, and those were probably developed in the first world.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
And then other people have been theorizing the 3 shadowy figures are the ancient weapons somehow. I don't
Yeah, it's like when it's revealed, it won't make sense, but yeah, I think that they are mentioning like the 3 weapons at some point in this, but I don't know who is who.
Yeah. And some theories are like, look, you can see Frankie in the panel, and he's actually part of the mural,
Yeah.
and he's one of the ancient weapons.
He could be.
will
He could
become.
become
Pluton or whatever.
Pluton. Yeah. Yeah, it's something Frankie would do, and if he does, I'm gonna cry, but he could do it.
Hmm And there's also a lot of speculation on who the figure to the left is. Is it Emu? But Emu's already depicted as like the king, right?
Yeah,
That's
I don't
obviously
know.
Emu. with the
Oh,
tall
yeah, I
hat.
mean, the sun is right there.
Or is that like Blackbeard into some huge mega kaiju form?
It could be. It's caribou.
Oh God, please no. Please God, God, no.
Yep, D
I-
caribou.
It's like what would be the worst
No.
option for it to be? How many? We don't have that many. We only have like 3 chapters after this too.
Yeah,
Um,
this is the big chapter. This is like
yeah,
the
that's the
chapter.
biggest one that came out, and we were
Mhm.
talking about it for a long time, honestly, after it came out.
Yeah,
Um,
the tree in the middle is obviously the Adam tree, right?
yeah,
Or is this representation of the forest god?
I think it's the Adam tree, but the Adam tree could be more than what we know. I don't know.
We do know that there's multiple Adam trees
That's
around
true.
the
There's
world. But
multiple
this is the
Adam
biggest
trees.
one, yeah. But maybe they were all created by this forest god. Mm.
They could be. I don't know.
A lot of these drawings do a lot of different types of boats. I realized, which is
Yeah,
kind of crazy
it's
because
probably like all these pirates, and I think I see the sun pirate like flag there. That's the only
right.
one I
I'm
can
just
see.
like
Yeah.
even even
One
like
of
the
them vaguely
different
looks like
styles
boa.
of boats. Like there's the Nordic turn like on like just to the right of Frankie. There's like a
Mhm.
Nordic turn. To the left are like the Scandinavian like colorful flags. Up north is like I said, people literally riding like whales. Like that was very
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah. I actually think it's indicative, like the boat that's facing all of the other people, they're all in
Oh
white,
yeah.
which implies that they're the Marines. To me.
Oh, you're right.
Mm.
But yeah.
Or it could be like another Blackbeard crew,
It could just be that, yeah, for
but
sure.
we have no idea.
But yes,
We
since
really don't.
nobody else is in white, I was like, oh, yeah, they're
Mhm.
probably the Marines.
Also, there's raindrops over the whale. I never noticed that before.
Yeah, there
What's that
are.
all about?
I don't know.
There's sparkly things everywhere.
Yeah, there's sparkle. Yeah, that was what we kept talking about initially. I was like, I don't understand what these sparkly things are at all, but they're
Here,
everywhere.
take our cornflakes.
Take our cornflakes. Yeah.
Take our raisin bran.
They're like little tribbles. I don't know.
Mhm. There's definitely a tontata there. There's like a tiny guy.
Yeah.
That's totally a
There's a
tontata. And there's a
tontata.
mermaid, which is totally Shirahoshi. Like,
Yeah.
obviously.
And there's like the animal people. What the heck are they called? Minks. Yeah. Yeah. And one of them does, to me at least, looks like Law a little bit. One of them kind of looks like Boa to me.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like ever so vaguely.
There is the like angel thing that looks a little bit like a seraphim, maybe,
Yeah.
or a Lunarian.
Could be.
Hmm.
Yeah. It is, but because I think everything is here. I just don't understand the context yet, and I don't think
Yeah.
I will for a while.
Like people are gonna come back to this one scene like over and over and be like, "Oh, that's what that was."
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh. It's neat though.
So maybe like Emu did save all of humanity when the world flooded, because there is like an ark there under Emu with like 2 of every animal, which is definitely like a Noah's Ark reference.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought for a little while. There. Because like if that is Emu, it probably is
Mhm.
Emu. Unless it's I don't think it. She didn't look like that, right? Vivi's mom, or not Vivi's grandma, great grandma,
Vivi's ancestor.
ancestor, looked
Yeah,
a
it just
little
looked like
different than
Vivi.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they had like a crown, but I'm probably not remembering it correctly.
It was like a very tall crown.
Yeah, so I was like, it's probably Emu, but it could be her.
Mhm. There's a little angel thing next to the ark down there. I don't know what that is all about.
I don't know either. There is an angel though, angel
Mhm.
thingy.
Yeah,
Flying
and there's
winged.
people with little halo-looking things. What the heck is that about?
Yeah, I'm like, are they losing it and turning it into star thing? I don't know if that's what's happening here.
I know, it's so hard to break anything down here.
Yeah. It's like Factory of No Angel. Factory built
Yeah, there's
star.
definitely a
Just
lot
like-
more
I just
detail
like
on the
the
left
concept
side.
of Lucy. I'm sorry, no. Luffy using a sword. Like you can just know distinctly that's Luffy. He's lanky.
Yeah.
He's got a sword
yeah.
and shield. That's
Yeah.
Luffy's the most distinct guy.
yeah.
Other than maybe Loki. Loki's also pretty distinct, I think.
Like yeah. Did Nikki have A sword and shield.
Nika?
Nika is usually depicted
Nika.
with a sword and shield or
Yeah.
spear and shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't mean Luffy has to have one, but also he can make anything he wants, so he could have one.
Yeah.
He can bend reality or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's really neat,
There's
though.
so much lore. So much stuff.
It's really cool. Also, is the beast person that's like next to the whale, the laboon whale, is that like Yamato?
Oh,
Or is
maybe.
it?
I
Yeah.
don't know. It is like wolf-like.
Yeah. I
I was thinking of
forgot.
the other one,
Yeah,
like
I
the
was
bear
like
looking one
Wanda
next
or
to the
whatever.
mermaid.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I forgot for a little while ago that Yamato has the
All right, I'm
Zoan.
Mhm.
For-
And then like the bear one, like maybe it's a bear, but also maybe it's like Vegapunk, Edison, and all of them like fused together because they do have like one really long, lanky arm for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, it could be
I don't
Carrot
know.
too, I suppose. I don't know. We're
Carrot being
still
relevant
discussing.
in 2025.
I know several
Not
people that would
likely.
love her to be relevant again.
I like the Blizzard events against.
I liked her. I
Yeah.
wish she was used more.
I know.
She didn't really do a lot.
She's like, I have a job. Bye. I'll be relevant later, maybe.
Mhm.
He's relevant in the card game.
That's good. She's got to be relevant somewhere.
I guess back to like the main plot.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have.
Nami,
there's
Zoro,
only
and
3 more
Luffy, and
chapters.
freaking Roto show up at the throne room
Yeah.
and see the giant magic circle that the
The
God's
summoning
Knights
circle.
had used to teleport in.
Yeah.
They're like, what the heck is this? And Luffy's like, I recognize it from somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know where.
And they're trying to look around for the treasure, but then someone interrupts them and throws a big old axe at them.
Yeah. It's Mr. Ya.
Yeah, it's Mr. Ya, this human dude with a straw hat that, like the Chinese style straw hat that's been like wandering around as a silhouette
Yeah.
for like a bunch of times, and we saw him Egghead too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know what he looks like.
And he talks about how like, oh yeah, I fucked that giant.
Yep.
He's calling Chad and Ripley's husband basically, but he's like, we never actually got married because like she lives so much longer than I am.
Yeah.
And he mentions like all these like mixed blood races, like long arms, long legs, buccaneers, but then also Dos and Dada. Like, what the heck is that? I've never seen any of those before.
Yeah, I
We've
don't
seen
know
a
what that
Wotan
is.
before, back in Long Ring Longland, if you remember.
Yeah.
It's a fishman giant
Yeah.
hybrid.
Yeah, that's cool.
But we find out his true identity is Roger's number 3 man, who has been teased for all this time, and people have been like trying to speculate when he'll ever show up, if ever. That people are like, nah, Scopper Gabon. Who even is that? He's like only mentioned. Nothing ever happened with him.
Yeah.
He'll never actually show up. But no, here he is.
No, he's right here.
And is he like the last of Roger's crew to be like talked about again?
There's definitely more people on Roger's crew, but we've only known
Anyone with a
Roger,
name.
Shanks Buggy.
Yeah, Shanks.
Yeah.
Technically, I guess Odin was on the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rayleigh and Gabon.
And the guy who hangs out with Laboon, right?
And Crocus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Crocus,
was
yeah.
like
Crocus, yeah.
joined for a little bit.
But there's nobody else we know the name of on his crew, right?
No.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But like his name was like not really said aloud in the manga. It was like teased in like SBS segments and stuff.
Yeah, we said, we're like that. Maybe that's. I was like, is that even really a character? And people were
Yeah,
speculating on it.
I know. Like, if really this character that is like only relevant in like side material would be real. And it's like, no, he's here.
No, he's right here.
He's like really strong, actually.
Yeah.
It's like gold, silver, copper. You know, gold Roger, silver's Rayleigh.
Yes, copper.
Yeah.
What are they missing?
And we find out that his nickname is the Mountain Eater, which has multiple meanings.
like,
if
I
you
don't
remember
know.
that he married a giant.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. I mean, I think we already imagined it.
But he's protecting the key that unlocks a Loki, and Luffy wants to unlock Loki for reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I guess he feels bad for him, and he has like a good sense of him.
Yeah.
And Skabragaban basically fights him, and as like a test, basically testing out his powers.
Use the big
Testing
key.
out his crew, if his crew is ready to die and defend him.
Yeah, they were ready to go.
Yeah, they passed pretty fast.
And once he sees Luffy in Gear 5, he's like, all right, I'm done.
You can. We're done now.
Yeah.
I don't actually want to die.
I saw what I need to see, yeah.
Yeah.
And he says, come find me later if Elbaf is still intact.
Yep. Come see me again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would I do that? I never want to see you again.
Yeah, but meanwhile, like Usopp is back at the party, and he is like hearing the giants talk about this guy.
Yeah.
And how he like once like fought off like hundreds of dudes and like cleared all the forest down from a mountain by himself.
Yeah.
Which is where he got the Mountain Eater title, not because he fucked a giant.
That was just convenient coincidence.
Convenience. Yeah.
Maybe him getting that nickname is what made him,
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
want to live up to the
like
name.
a test. Like you pass a test, now come get ya.
This name needs to mean something.
He's like, I got this title.
If I see a mountain, I must eat it.
Good pickup line.
Oh my god.
It's like, hey, well, you want to why they call him Mountain Eater?
Shanks leaves.
Shanks leaves.
Yeah, Shanks leaves. Because Gunko like calls in 2 new God's Knights.
Yeah, there's 2 other dudes.
Yeah, one who has like a Kirin fruit, and the other dude who is just in his underwear because he was like in the middle of a Zoom call when he got teleported.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I don't want to get dressed.
He's in the Shepherd family, which we have heard of if you watch the One Piece filler arc G8.
Yeah.
Commander Shepherd.
Yep.
Who is not canon.
Well, now he is, I guess.
Is it a coincidence name-wise, or is it
Condariano Shepherd? I think it's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
Shepherd is not a very uncommon last name.
Yeah, no. Not in this world.
And Saint Killingham.
Yeah, because it's Keatingham.
But that's also a really lame name, Killingham. It's like, I come to kill you.
That's true. It doesn't sound good in Japanese or English.
Yeah, but they look like older gentlemen.
Yeah, they're like older people.
And it's because Shanks is being called back to Draw for something.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see why. I mean, I imagine in like the in-between maybe, but... Yeah, we're almost caught up.
Yeah, and then the final chapter that just came out.
There's an they're going on an Adam Tree tour.
Yeah.
Each one has their own history.
They do leave the do leave the castle. Nami and Zoro and Luffy leave the castle. Frankie's still on the Adam Tree tour, learning about the Adam Tree and learning how fire and lightning are the biggest weaknesses of Elbaf, because if the Adam Tree lights on fire, because it's so old, it's really hard to put out. And Usopp's just getting drunk and living it up.
Super drunk.
It's very cute though.
Yeah.
So it's like, I really love the little dialogue piece like Nami has, where it's like, I've never seen him this happy, and it's like, man, this has been his dream the whole time. This is so cool.
He actually achieved his dream. It is really cute. You're right.
He like slaps the sword in Jarul's head though.
He does, and everyone's like, "Don't do that! We're gonna kill him. He's gonna die."
And then
Sanji
Gerd gets Roto to spill the beans on what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because Zoro and Luffy went to go maybe free Luffy.
Or Loki.
Luffy's like, we gotta free him. He's like, he got stabbed a bunch. He's dying. And Zoro just punches him and he's like, oh, guess your wounds are real.
Oh, yeah, I guess you really weren't faking it.
Yeah. And they like argue about what to do. and they agree basically to free him, but leave one of his legs chained.
Yeah, so maybe he can't get away.
Yeah.
Or he won't be at full power.
Yeah. Hydrogen pirates like fall from the sky and almost die.
It's okay.
But
Though.
Luffy saves them with Gum Gum Balloon.
Yeah.
And they're like, don't free him, whatever you do.
I do like that thing. We only got severely injured instead of dying immediately.
Yeah. They're smiling about it.
Yeah.
They're like, whatever you do, don't free.
Yeah, don't free him though.
No, yeah. Like too late.
Oh well.
Yeah, then Loki stands up.
And then Loki stands up.
That last panel is insane. Like one of the coolest like pages I've seen in a while.
Big.
Yeah, his representation of size is so skillfully done on that page. It's so cool. It's like they say it right before. They're kind of like you don't really realize he's sitting, but they're like, yeah, this dude's huge. Like this dude's like way bigger than I thought you. I think he
he's
is.
Giant,
like
even for a giant, he's like twice the size of other giants.
Yeah,
and he stands up and it's like,
oh.
Oh. That said, One Piece does have trouble with keeping consistent scale, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But like I don't mind it too much in the sense like this, where it's supposed to just be intimidating.
It's like big presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he starts picking up his weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we leave off.
Like take your hand off of Ragnar.
Yeah.
Ugh. So not as much to discuss, but happy to discuss it because a lot happened.
It feels like every single chapter is like another like bombshell after bombshell thing.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, it's been like that. It's kind of egghead feeling again, where it's just like, wow, this is just consistently cool.
I think it's just because like clearly Oda has been planning all of this out for a long ass time.
Yeah, it's like he can finally put it to paper or draw it out, I guess.
Yeah, and in the cover story, we do see Page One and Ulti again, and they've been
Ulti's getting like tortured.
Yeah,
she is.
Page One is almost about to die. He's on the floor.
I know.
Good.
It's like bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Kusu is just bullying them because he's an asshole.
I don't feel bad.
Yeah, the rest of them are like Yamato exploring, right?
Well, I think it's Yamato is like going towards wherever whose hideout is.
Oh, okay.
Because there were reports of trouble there.
Yeah.
Living their best life.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll see Ulti and Page One again, and they'll be good guys next time we see them. We don't know.
Maybe. I heard that their father was confirmed in the latest SBS.
Yeah, it was confirmed to be Hanafuda, who is who is the warlord of the sea we never got to actually see.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Because, like, he was taken out by Ace. And, who took his place? Was it Jinbei? I forget.
I think it was Jinbei.
Yeah, but someone, like, took his place, like, before the story even started.
Yeah. Like, he's, like, irrelevant. So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Your father is this irrelevant character that was drawn once.
Yep.
Oh no, Kuma.
Yeah, it was Kuma.
The warlord title.
Oh yeah.
And apparently he just like hunted down Zoan type devil fruits for Kaido.
What the heck? Hold on. There we go. Sorry if that was really loud.
Ace.
Okay.
Which makes sense. We know that Ace went to Wano at some point.
Yeah. He was friends with Yamato.
Yeah, but he was like gone like 4 years before the series began even. So it's like well,
okay.
But it also makes sense because, like, you could have seen this coming because all of Kaido's, like, elite people are named after playing cards, and Hanafuda is a type of Japanese playing card.
Oh, yeah.
All named after card names.
Where's Uno?
Yeah, where's Uno?
Yeah, where's Uno?
What was Uno's power mean?
He can
draw 4.
Yeah, he can skip over people.
Yeah, reverse.
He can reverse back to people.
Yeah.
Reverse, or write his own rules at a high cost.
Yeah. Change colors at will.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could be like a Power Ranger type. I know that kind of had Power Rangers with.
Yeah, with Derma.
Yeah.
Derma, yeah, but they could do like a power like you know the emotional spectrum type thing.
I don't know. I feel only one way when I get drawn for. I have to draw for him.
Anger?
Angie.
Yeah. Betrayal?
Anger and despair.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, for sure. I don't
I'm
know.
very excited for the future of One Piece. It's just
Yeah.
super
I
exciting.
do think Loki will end up being an ally, but it will be a long, like,
Ally is
discussion.
I feel like ally is a weird word. I think he'll end up like making sense.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
it won't be like he's like, Luffy, I got your back, man. Like I'm sure it'll just be
Right.
like a, you know, like
It'll be a
It'll
Loki
be more like a Law.
Yeah,
and
like Law.
Luffy.
yeah,
It'll
yeah,
be
like
Tsundere.
a little
I'm
different
taking it.
because Law is so like, I'm so cool, but he's actually the biggest nerd ever, so
Yeah.
it'll be different. Yeah.
And there's too much like Law and Luffy ship art for me to say
Ugh.
that they're just allies.
it'll be almost like
I don't defend them. No.
almost like Aokiji, where it's like, you know, he's
Oh,
like a
yeah.
bad guy when he's introduced, but like
Mhm.
he's not like a bad. He's like a, you know, he's a, I don't know, like
Morally gray.
it's almost hard to like say anyone's just like a bad guy.
Yeah, it's
like they're-
true.
yeah,
Except
it's
for
One
like
Piece
there's
does
so
a
many
very good job of
characters.
making people
Charlos.
very morally gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for
It, like,
Carlos.
Yeah, it's like even Blackbeard. It's like Blackbeard's not a good dude, but like, you know,
Makes sense. Yeah. you're right.
technically he's not doing much different than Luffy beyond like, you know, our perspective of what's like morally okay being more towards Luffy.
Mhm.
But it's like, I don't know, to him it's not, maybe because he was like, you know, and like Shanks' ship, he was always kind of like, you know, made fun of and stuff, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
On Whitebeard ship, you mean?
oh yeah, Whitebeard, sorry. Yeah, he's for a Whitebeard ship.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. But yeah. We definitely will get more information on Loki in the following chapters.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll probably be a fight between the Giants and the Straw Hat people versus the God's Knights.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
can see that, yeah.
I did think the God's Knights said they were going to target the kids because those are like what they determined the weakness to be.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
Yeah, and I
I
guess
think Colin will probably do something, you know? Colin will
right.
probably stand up for the other kids and they'll like him by the end.
I hope so. It makes me think that like they're just trying to take out the Giants because they're like a threat to Emu, but like okay, but why?
Yeah, why
maybe
now?
that will be revealed. Yeah, why now?
Well, it makes sense why now because we just saw the Giants do stuff on Elbaf. Or
That's
on
true.
Egghead, I
On
guess.
Egghead, yeah, they're like doing stuff again when they hadn't been doing as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
Ah, there's a lot.
There is
They're
a
just
lot.
eating, man.
You guys want to see One Piece cards?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk One Piece card.
Yeah, show me. Then I can.
If I can, how I can do this. Ugh. So
Yeah,
I have my
'cause-
binder and stuff with me, so I can show you some of the different rarities.
Ooh.
Yeah.
By the way, is there like a card that does like an effect rather than it's a person, or is it
Yeah,
is it a
there's-
character and an effect?
There's event cards. They're basically spell cards.
Can you make a
Yeah.
Mountain Eater card?
I'm sure there will be.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It now
They
means
usually-
so much to us.
gonna say they usually wait a little while, but works
Is the
out
Mountain
well.
Eater card going to depict Scopper Gaban, or is it going to depict a giant pair of legs?
A giant pair of legs.
You know,
I don't
I think
know.
it can be a little bit of both.
Oh, God.
I don't think they should depict that in a children's game.
No. Come on, like cartoon shows make like adult-based humor jokes and kind of get away with it. They kind of skew the meanings a bit.
Oh, you are
Little
sharing. I
ambiguous,
didn't see.
ambiguous drawing.
Let me pop that out so I can
This-
share.
There's always
Here,
just
is
enough.
Is this visible?
Give me one second. I can make it
It's on
visible.
screen right now.
Oh yeah, it works. Cool.
Works.
I'll
I have a
split it
little
up,
like
yeah.
I have a little like phone light to kind of give it some light. This is like a promo pack. I don't know.
Mm.
I just have it on my.
There we go. Is that, not carrot?
It's pudding.
It's pudding.
Chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, pudding has
Pudding.
so many cards. Pudding has gotten so many cards in this card game.
Really?
It's very strange. Yeah,
I don't think pudding was that popular. I really like pudding, but I don't
I
think she's
love
that
pudding.
popular.
Yeah,
I like her
Pudding is one of my
hair a
favorite
lot.
leaders.
Yeah.
So here,
Yeah, I do like her design because it's not too showy, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah,
it's
so-
like a bikini babe. It's
I'll
fine.
kind of explain how the game works a wee bit.
I have those
Okay, I see.
stickers.
I like I have like a deck box with a bunch of my own stickers on it. It's nice to like
But
rep my own
Dawn, where
merch.
can we get those stickers?
Oh, I wonder. Etsy. You can also get custom One Piece cards on Etsy.com/
Yeah.
whatever. Is that even how the URL thing? Look, you can
I
get
don't
cards such as
I'll put the URL in the description box of the VOD.
yeah, sure. You can get cards like, oh my god, that is so
It's so shiny.
yeah, that shine is really intense.
It
in
looks
the
great
light.
though.
Yeah,
I can
this
put
is
the
one of
saturation up on everything.
Oh,
That says Harnami.
yeah, look at it's one of the
Shiny
great things about
custom
the One
Nami.
Piece is you get custom sleeves too. This
I
one's really
love
cute.
that.
That
Yeah, I have it like so.
Alright.
Pretty much how the game works is you have like one leader card that always stays in the field, so it has a
Mhm.
different. It has a different
wow,
backup
that is
in
a
the
very
game.
heterosexual Nami and Vivi
Yeah.
card.
I know, right? Yeah, they look so straight. They would never
Mhm,
touch each
yeah.
other. I think they are touching each other.
They are.
You
They're.
know,
Mhm.
if there's one person in the world that I want them to have that, it's you, Don.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of people in my locals know me as like the resident Nami and Vivi fan. So, but yeah, so
Sure.
every card, I'll just show an example. Pretty much every card has like the cost on the top, how much power it's worth, and then whatever it does. So she's a blocker,
Great.
so she can
Mhm.
like take a hit for somebody if if something's getting swung at, and she has 2,000 power. So if something were to swing for like 3,000, if she blocked it, she would die. And then yeah, on play she draws a card. It's really good for Nami because in the Nami deck you're trying to get through your whole deck.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is like a funny card for Nami. It's not very useful, but it's like this Usopp, shiny Usopp, and it has Rush, which means it can attack right when it comes out.
Very
Mm.
flavorful.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
running.
Yeah, exactly. And if you have one Dawn attached, which is like basically the mana system, if you attach a mana to him, he when he lands an attack, he trashes 7 cards from your deck.
Oh my gosh.
So it can really get through your deck fast.
Yeah, which
but
is really good for Nami deck,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, really hard to land that hit though, because you're not really doing damage to your opponent. So by the time you can play him, your opponent has a bunch of counter cards, and like
Yeah.
a lot of cards have like a counter at the top here,
Oh.
and you can
oh.
discard it. One you're getting attacked, you can discard this from your hand to
What
add
the
that
heck
to
is
your.
that? That's one of
I have no
Shanks'
idea.
crew, right? Or is that one of Whitebeard's crew?
I was
Fishman
assuming it was
Whitebeard
one of-
Pirates is what it says.
Oh, yeah.
A
That's what I
Whitebeard
did.
character.
I know he
I
had a
don't know.
fish.
I don't know why.
I don't know
Actually,
if he ever has ever spoken a single line in
Who
the
knows?
series.
I actually don't know why he's in this. But yeah, so there's a bunch of different. I can show you some different rarities because it's kind of fun. They have like, when you're getting a box or a pack, you can get like a rare, like the Marguerite card that I just showed was a rare.
Oh.
This is like a super rare. It's got like kind of like a shiny outer shell thing. So this is like Sabo.
Sabo.
Again, it's like just super shiny on the
It's
camera.
funny.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you can
cool.
really see all the rainbows.
And then
Freaking
there's
goggles on the top
there's
hat.
secret rare cards, which is like this one, which is like
Ooh.
super pretty. Yeah, this VV card's like one of my favorites. This is
Oh.
seriously one of my like favorite like foils because it has like her whole hair is foil and the sparkles around her. There's like texture on the background.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts. Yeah, I have 2 of these. It's a really bad card. It's a really actually
Oh.
useless card.
No,
Which is
Vivi,
just a
no.
shame.
Pretty.
Yeah,
It's the-
VV
it's
is
the
not
morale
very
boost.
useful. And
Yeah.
they have alt arts. This is one of the alt arts I have of Uta. It's really
No,
cute.
Uta. It is cute.
You hate
Yeah.
Uda though. You don't
I
even
know,
like
but
Uda.
I hate
should've
her,
known.
but I can't deny it. Her design is very cute.
she's
and
cute,
I-
she's
It's a very
cute.
good card.
yeah, and it's her art on a card, so it's all I care about.
I do like how they do a lot of like full art. It seems.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's like
pretty
some
much.
games. It's like it's only like Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like only the top half
Yeah,
has
like the
art.
little square.
No, pretty much all of them are technically. This is
Wow.
like
Right.
a
Wow,
SR
wow.
or- Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
really
goodness.
cool.
Oh, that's such a
And-
good Zoro art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
or like
this
to
is like- and
promote
sometimes
one
they'll do-
thing.
They very rarely do it, but sometimes they'll do Oda art. So
Oh,
it's just
neat.
Luffy. Yeah.
It totally
Oh,
makes sense
okay.
for One Piece to have a card game though. There's so many characters. in
Right.
I
Dragon
know.
Ball.
Yeah, like this is like a common card. This is actually interesting. I want to show this because this has a specific type of foil. It has like a Jolly
Ooh.
Roger foil.
Oh, I have that
So it
card
has-
actually.
Yeah, this card's really good.
I don't
know.
have the shiny one, but
Yeah. Yeah, they made a set where you were
Robin.
it's basically common cards, but they have this shiny foil on it. But
Yeah.
even the common cards are full art, which is nice.
Yeah,
this is
they're
Robin,
really cool.
but this is actually
what I
cool.
want
Like,
is a Robin card with shiny like poneglyph text in the back.
oh, that'd be
Ooh.
cool.
So cool.
It's pretty neat though. This little set of cards. They did a bunch of this, but I'm pretty sure this is for Punk Hazard. Or no, wait. Is it for Punk Hazard? I can't tell. But they had a set of cards that were like what the Straw Hats were doing during the time skip thing.
Oh yeah, that's not Punk Hazard. That's Tawana Wolf.
Oh, okay. And then I have an alt art
The
Porsche.
pictures on.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
maybe
gosh.
this one. This one's
Oh
really
yeah,
pretty though.
Portia.
Wow,
She's
she's so.
she's
Very nice
good.
card.
she's really good
Oh
in
my gosh.
weirdest deck. You want to
She's
see
like
the
she's a pretty annoying character.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see? I want to show you the. I'm gonna show you her little combo that she can do. So Reiju's deck is like really good with all the little
Reiju
Germa
has a
guys.
deck?
Yeah, Reiju's deck is
Wow.
really good. So you have like all the little Germa guys,
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
the Germa guys can basically they can like kill themselves to get bigger.
Okay.
So like you can play this for 4. You can like subtract 1 mana and then replace him with this one, and he's way bigger and he's got rush or whatever, which means he can attack the same turn.
So they're giving
Really
up their
annoying.
humanity to become
Yeah.
big.
But Porsche is that she can play something from your hand, a 4 cost. It doesn't specify that it has to be Foxy Pirate, so it can be this guy, and then he can switch to this
Oh.
guy.
Oh.
So it's like
It's
it can
just
like
a huge ramp all at once.
Huh.
yeah, it's a really annoying combo,
Yeah.
and it just gets
right.
like people on the field, and it's like she's not a bad like card, like three mana for like a 5k character is pretty good. So it's kind of a funny card. This card is like everyone wants this card banned. It's pudding.
Pudding.
But it's like it's basically on play, which means when it comes out, your opponent like basically draws 5
Oh.
cards and reshuffles their entire hand and draws 5 cards. So if they have 20 cards in their hand,
Oh
they
my
go back
gosh,
down to
it's so
5 cards.
annoying. But
Yeah.
that's so fitting. It's so fitting flavor wise because she wipes your memory.
Yep.
Yeah. This is
I love the flavor.
Oh,
this
I
is the
love
new
that.
yeah, this is like a new like promo card. I like the art of it.
If there was a digital version of this, I would play the heck out of it.
There is.
Is.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I was
Yeah,
playing
I
it
think,
earlier.
Wait, is it an official digital version or
No,
is it?
it's not official, but it's
Yeah,
it's
see,
still-
I want an
it's still
official
fun.
one.
Oh,
Because
here's
I
my-
tried the
this
like
is another
simulation
secret
version, and I
one
was like,
when we were
oh,
Just
lounging
another secret rare.
in Discord a while back.
yeah.
Oh.
But I
Sanji
want
card's neat.
to.
They did the you know the funniest thing, the only character card to have like both characters on the card is Sanji and Zoro. So it's like hold on.
Those sound confirmed.
That's not good
Yeah,
for.
literally it's like both of them on the leader card.
That's cool.
Yeah. The set they were from is called Wings of the Captain.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's what they are.
That's the thing. But they made like a secret rare of Sanji and a secret rare
Cool.
of the other guy. This is another card
The
people want
other
banned.
guy. Excuse
And the other
me.
guy.
The smelly guy.
I love that
This is
Don
the-
does not
Shower
like
guy,
Zoro.
He's fine.
You don't like Zoro, but you like Sanji over Zoro.
I like Jinbei.
This guy wants to be banned. Everyone wants him banned.
What does Jinbei do?
He just plays something for free, basically. He
Oh,
just
okay.
plays something of 4 cost. So when he comes out, he plays another card. It's just like you play it into like, funny enough, it has to be a Warlords. So you play it into like him, and he draws a card,
Yeah, Weevil.
and it's just a good combo. These 2 cards together are Jinbei and Weevil are best friends in this game.
That's weird.
Some cool boa
We haven't
cards.
seen much of Weevil yet.
We
Maybe
haven't.
he is a nice guy.
He could be a nice guy.
This card's neat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Boa.
Boa.
Yeah. This card's good too. And then
Oh, that's a
everyone
pretty card.
wants this card banned. Mr. Law. He's annoying. He's really good in Doflamingo's deck, which is like the best deck in the game.
Oh.
Nobody likes him.
But Flaw doesn't even like Doflamingo.
Well, they don't have to get along. I really like this card. This card's not super useful. I just like really love the art of this card. It's like the
Oh, that's
Odin.
cool.
Yeah. I have like 4
Wow.
copies of this card, but it's like not used at all.
Odin.
But he's cool. He can just keep swinging. He just like restands himself, and he can just keep going.
Makes
Crazy.
sense. It's
Yeah.
pretty Odin.
Let's see what other
That's
pretty
very nice
cards
art.
do I have? I have I think I have some in a deck. This one I really like, and it's gonna be worth it because this card's about to get really good because they're releasing a new Nami deck or a new
Ooh.
Nami leader, and this card is gonna be really good into that Nami leader. Let me see if I can find the altar. Yeah, I love this card. It's Hiyori.
Oh,
It's a very
That's
pretty
really
card.
nice. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
you
that
have
the
so many shiny cards. It's so good.
the flowers are shiny.
Look at the my card sleeves.
Ah! I love it.
I gotta get outer sleeves for him because I don't want these to get ruined. But yeah, this is Pudding's. I play Pudding's leader card. She basically just ramps up like really fast.
Cool.
And then you play Big Mom for 10 mana. It's like the max mana you can
Oh
have.
my gosh.
Just
and-
something Big
yeah.
Mom. Huh?
Big Mom just comes out and
crushes
you gain a
everything.
life and your
Whoa.
opponent destroys a life.
Well, of course.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's also flavorful.
That makes
Yeah, I was gonna say
sense.
she always manipulates life. That's like her
Yeah.
whole deal. So
Yeah,
sense.
I assumed she would be a control deck, and I would not like her if I were to ever play it. Because
Yeah.
I hate control decks and trading card games.
She's annoying. Every time they print every time they print one, she's really annoying. This card I just traded for, apparently it's also going to be worth money. It's Gear 4 Luffy.
Oh, neat.
Oh.
I guess he also kind of can like restand himself.
Is that
But
Bounce Man Luffy? Yeah.
yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
kind of fun because it's
Almost looked like Tank Man Luffy when it was upside down for a second there.
yeah, basically he can restand himself so he can attack twice, but after that he can't attack the next turn.
Oh, that makes sense because his hockey
Yeah.
runs out.
Yeah.
I love the
It's really
flavor
fun.
of this card design. So
You know,
good.
yeah, they do such a good job. I feel like every once in a while they'll kind of have like a dud. Oh, you want to see my favorite card in the game?
Yeah.
Ready?
I like how the movie
Hell
character
yeah!
only
Look at that! Look at that ability.
Draw 2 cards.
What a read!
Yeah, that's
haven't
my
seen
favorite card.
Gene in
The
a million
great,
years.
the greatest thing about this card is that in Nami's deck, that's great, but you have to pay 3 mana for it, which is pretty like,
Oh.
you know, that's 3 mana. You know, every mana counts. But
Mhm.
the trigger, if this is because you have like a life pile of cards and you
Mhm.
pick them up every time, if the card has a trigger on it, it does it
You do it
off
right
of your
away.
life. So this is basically free if it's in your life, which is
Oh.
awesome. Yeah, I always really
Oh, that
hope
makes sense
they're in
because
my
it
life.
restores your life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Um, let's see. Oh, this is kind of cool. They did like one of the sets they did like full art versions. So there's like this card, and then this is like the full big version of that card,
Cool.
which is cool. I like when they do that. I don't really have a specific attachment to that card,
Well,
but
yeah.
it's one of the ones I got. And then I can show you. I'll save that till the end. There's also, you want to see Pretty Reiju? Actually,
Yes.
yeah, you want to. Oh, there's a few Pretty Reijus. There's
I'm
this
not over that one art Oda drew of like Reiju hitting on the other girl.
This Reiju just like
Right.
the artist emphasized a certain aspect of her, and I was like, damn. But this is a
bodacious.
Which
I do
part
like
do you
this.
want? Yes.
This one's
Yeah.
cute.
Professionally.
Oh, that one's nice. I like that
Yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Reiju's deck's really cool. It's just like it's pretty much just like bouncing a bunch of guys back and forth, and you play judge, and he like sends out a bunch of guys,
Oh, okay.
and then
Gross. I hate Judge.
Yeah.
Judge
Gross
sucks,
judge.
but yeah, I made a VV mind,
Aww, with little
Oh, yeah.
Karu.
I have that one
Yeah.
too.
and then there's Katakuri.
I want that one. I should just buy it.
They're available.
I know.
There's this one,
Yeah.
Put me first.
I love the Nico Robin one.
and then I did Buggy recently.
Okay.
Ugh,
Buggy D Clown.
I was a little dark. Okay. Which one do I have now? And then I
that's
have
pretty
that.
nice. Oh, that's Impel Down Buggy too. The
Yeah,
best
Impel Down
one.
Buggy. It's when Buggy
Yeah, I
got
think
hot.
I know because he took off his fucking makeup, his
Awful
clown
makeup and weird ass hat.
know. I hate it when he has like the green eyeliner makeup. It's
Yeah,
so
it's like,
bad.
Oh, yeah,
Dude.
so you can kind of see in this, but I have basically just pages of all the
Oh
leader
my gosh.
cards.
Carrot.
So it's like,
Alright.
yeah, Carrot's pretty good. Basically, she can just like what does it do? Pretty much you can just like rest. If you have a mink card, you can just like rest characters, which means they can be attacked, which is really good. Some of the flavor is pretty nice though for the game, where it's like it's a good one. Enel is one of the worst decks, but man, it feels just like Enel. Pretty much, its ability is once per turn. When you're at 0 life, you gain a life.
Oh yeah.
So pretty much you have to hit him twice to kill him,
Ugh,
and it's really annoying.
the zombie.
Oh, they just made this
He did
leader
restart
card
his own heart and
of
stuff.
He did.
the girl from the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played the game.
One Piece Odyssey or whatever. I also haven't. I played it, but I have not beaten it. I didn't get really far.
Mm-hmm.
Yamato's ability is pretty simple. He has double attack, which means he does 2 damage.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice
Never know.
art too.
Yeah, it's cute
Flexing his
art.
bicep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Are
they
there
have,
any
like-
cards you don't own? I'm wondering.
Oh
Or
yeah,
do you-
there's a ton of
all
cards I
of
don't
them?
own. Yeah, I don't have all of them. I think I have most of the leader cards. There might be a few I'm missing, but they're easy to get. They're cheap. But when it comes to like cards, like just to make decks, I actually don't have that many cards. Like in the grand scheme of things.
But the
I'm
leader
missing a
cards
lot.
are like what make you want to get more cards. So I imagine
Yeah.
those are the ones that give out very easily.
Yeah, pretty much. But there's always the secret rare stuff. These are kind of cool. These are like the mana cards. And they're all kind of
Yeah,
like
the
always have a
Dawn.
special. Yeah, the Dawn. They always have a special design. They did one recently where they had a bunch of like ones based on all the leaders that existed in the game at the time. So this one's
You
like
need to
kinda
make a
kinda
Dawn card
curves.
where it's you on it.
I am a Dawn. Yeah, I've been meaning to make a Dawn, like a deck of Dawn cards. Oh, is this?
Yeah.
I hear some. So there's like,
Paper Dawn.
can you guess the character?
Big Mom.
Big Mom.
Okay. This
yeah,
one.
it's got Poseidon. I can't see because I'm
It's
waiting.
Nico
on-
Robin?
Is it Nico?
Why
Yeah.
don't you watch
Nico
it on the
Robin?
stream on Discord?
Oh yeah, it's on Discord too.
I don't know why I'm watching on.
Such a dedicated Trip Starlink.
I mean, you can watch.
Actually,
fan.
No. That's not Robin. That's Ivankov. It's Ivankov's
Yeah, I
hair
was gonna-
removal
Is it?
fist.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
It
Ivankov.
is.
I was like,
because it
it's
has the
either.
gloves.
I always forget it's either Reiju or Ivankov, but I think it's.
No, it's Ivankov because he goes like yeah, and
What,
like
this one?
attacks.
It's
Well, that one's Ace, obviously.
Nice, yeah.
Oh, this one.
Whitebeard.
Weird.
Yep. And then we already
Oh.
saw Katakuri.
Whitebeard's on Nevada.
Katakuri is just so cool though. It's like the mouth.
Donuts.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's like an inside
It's
view.
yeah, it's
of
inside
eating
Oh,
view.
this
the
one.
donut.
This one will.
That's
This one will
good.
trip. This one will trip you
Very
up.
creative.
Can you guess this one? Oh, Shiny Dawn.
Wait,
Is it? It's not Vivi.
it's hard to see.
No, it is.
Isn't
It's
that
Vivi.
Luffy?
It is Vivi.
Yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
Vivi. Luffy
Oh.
doesn't have the bracelet,
I
and
was
that's
gonna say
Karu's
it's-
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this one's probably my favorite looking one. Is this one? This one's crazy as a foil.
Wow.
Is that Kaido?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Going up in the
Kaido going into
lightning,
the
yeah.
sky. It's so
Oh
cool.
my god.
And this is Yamato's. I don't. It's like kind of cool. I don't really 100% get it. It's a little generic. It has like the bat, but like.
They like don't know what to do for them.
No, I think it's a reference to like the animation in the anime when they have the flashback with Ace.
Interesting.
I think that's might be.
And then
Does
they'll
that
do
have a very nice
they'll do Dawn card where it's like a scene from the manga too.
Yeah,
This
those
is
are
how
cute.
come I am.
They have a bunch. Look, he's like.
Yeah, chapter 1 Luffy
I've
with the big
come.
mouth.
To put an end
Put an
to this
end to
war.
this dawn.
Don't.
Yeah, I like that idea that they do that. Or this is like I have like a full set of these. Like you get 10 of them is how you usually get a full set. I like a full set of these ones because how could I not?
Yeah.
Then you
This
get
one's-
to have to see Vivi cry every
Like,
time you play a
constantly.
man.
That's okay.
Oh, that's
cool,
cute.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Shadow
know where to
Sky.
pick their Dawn cards. And then I'll show you the rarest card that I have. I don't know if I've shown you guys. Let me see. I have
You
it,
mean
like,
the custom cards are not rare?
Yeah,
I guess they're pretty. I guess they're pretty
they're going
rare
exclusives.
compared to other things.
Yeah.
I
no,
have
what
this
I'm
is the manga Nami card.
Oh.
So this is the one that's like, I think it's like up to like $800 now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's a very expensive card,
Yeah.
but it is very pretty. I'm not gonna take it out of the case. I'm like,
Yeah, of course
absolutely
not.
terrified, but it's got all the manga panels embossed in it.
Yeah.
Very rare. I
Big
cannot
old
believe
biddies, of course.
cannot believe I pulled it. Like of all the characters to pull two, I pulled Nami. It's like
Yeah, which is the deck you play too. Which is
yeah,
perfect.
it's like the universe was like very nice to me. I did pull Boa as well, but I sold her for $650.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How could you? What the fuck, Dawn? You sold Boa?
I did, yeah. I don't know
Even
how-
with her backstory, you sold her?
Wow.
I thought it was.
It's a
I thought it was.
little evil.
I thought it was. Thematically necessary. I don't know.
Can't say he's a committee.
that was messed up. Apologies.
Damn.
Yeah, the current deck that I've been like grinding is this is a custom one by the same guy who prints mine, but it's really cute art.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Peronas.
Oh no, I
cute.
saw a different Perona card that was really cute too.
Yeah, Perona's normal cards are really cute, but yeah, her deck is.
Perona's
funny.
just very cute. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
that's true.
You know, her favorite character is. This is her best card in the deck, Ryuma.
Ryuma.
Really,
Yeah.
not
She just, like-
Kumasi?
No, unfortunately.
No.
When once per turn, she can just rest something a 4-cost,
Oh,
and then
Makes
this thing
sense, 'cause that's
just
them making them depressed, right?
yeah.
pretty much, and this thing just kills something at 4-cost. So it's just like you just play them together. Good.
I'm posting this in the manga reader chat. Do you have this Perona? This is the art that I like. This one's good.
Oh, I might in the bulk.
Oh, that's
I have
a cute
I have a ton of
card.
bulk. Yeah, that art is really cute. That's a great card.
Wow.
It's a really good card.
Good
Um,
colors.
Yeah, I play like Phil Flamingo in this deck. Look at him.
Oh,
Look at that gross man.
look at that
This
gross
asshole of a
man.
man.
He's stinkier than Zoro, I swear.
Who's this guy? Don Krieg.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Do you
Yeah.
think they're
That's
gonna
you
make
need,
a
you need to
Lego
make a version of
movie?
Don. You need to make a version of Dawn Krieg that also has you in it, because it's
Uta.
Dawn
Dawn Krieg.
Krieg.
I don't think they're gonna make what just for him to get like they better make it so he can like explode. If they make the
No,
Lego.
they're absolutely not making Lego Dawn Krieg. He
But-
shows up like once in the live
but-
action, and the Lego is based off the live action.
I know.
Oh, this is cute. It's another I have 2 Altar Hioris, but it's a very cute card.
Oh, cute.
Oh.
Stars in the background.
I do like Hiyori's eyes. I feel like that helps her stand out.
Yeah, her
they're
like
like
kind of
the-
droopier eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I don't like
kinder
her like
eyes.
Komurasaki, like Oiron look though. I
Yeah.
find that a little too flashy.
She's cute. I think I think at least it like worked in the context of her being like royalty or whatever.
Sure.
I think I have some fancy cards in my Nami deck. Oh yeah, this is like an altar of this Nami.
Oh, I like that, Nami.
Yeah. The normal version is actually really nice looking too because it has like let's see. It has something in the background. But just my luck. I can't draw this Nami card when I want to. Story of my life. Are you kidding me?
Oh no.
Where's Nami? There she is. See. Yeah, she has like the little like
Oh yeah.
compass thing in the background. Yeah.
Cute.
Cute card. Then there's like there's an event card for what's it called? Boa that you use in Nami's deck, and I have the altar version of it, and it's really cute. Yeah, it's like one of my favorite art in the game.
Oh
Look at
yeah.
that.
Oh.
Meadow.
Meadow.
What would be the one card you want if you were trying to get into this game, just like collecting cards?
A
What
Robin
character?
card, absolutely.
Robin, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
that's like Robin
there's
cards.
I was gonna say there's a Demon Robin card that came
Oh.
out last set, and like the alt art version of it is insane. Like it looks crazy. I don't have it. I don't even know if I have a copy of the normal version of that card. Think about it. But it's a really good card. It's just like basically when it comes out, if your opponent has 3 or more life, they just trash a life. And it's like,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Thanks. My girlfriend made Smoker. That was the deck she made.
Oh.
Ugh. So it's just like he uses like all the Navy guys.
Ah.
And he
I
also
wouldn't-
uses
I wouldn't
For
mind
good
some
measure.
Toshigi cards, honestly.
Shishigi is a pretty nice card. This one's nice. It's
Oh
really good too.
yeah.
Yeah. And Mr. Kobe, it's a good card.
Kobe. Oh yeah, Kobe cards too.
Kobe's getting a leader card this coming set.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Let's see what other cards are in here that are good. Yeah, that Rob Lucci card is just crazy. And then there's a Gecko Moria card that just every deck of this color plays because it's just so good.
Unlike the manga, where Gecko Moria is fucking useless.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, he makes up for it in the card game at the very least.
I like Moria. I like his story. I feel like his story is a lot more like subtle than people
Yeah.
make it out to be.
And then I always try to build Vivi, but it never works out. But Vivi likes Ben Beckman these days.
What the heck does Ben Beckman do?
He just trashes something. But you know what's crazy? He trashes something. He doesn't KO something. So if the
Oh.
card says like when
Oh,
a card
yeah,
is
yeah.
KO'd,
It's
it
like
doesn't.
banish
Yeah,
or like remove.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like different
Yeah.
wording goes a long way.
Right,
Oh, I
right.
have
That's a
I
very
have
like
me.
Yu-Gi-Oh
I have me
thing.
card.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
fat
what?
Richie too. It's
That's funny.
fat post time skip Richie.
Yeah, because this I was trying to run the cross guild stuff in
Oh
Vivi.
yeah.
So it's
oh
like-
my gosh.
That's great.
Yeah. This card's really good. It's like a event.
I
Gravity
wanna-
Blade, Raging
buggy.
Tiger.
Oh, that's Fujitora's move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just places 2 characters of 6 or less to the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, they just get gravitied. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
And
Cute.
there's
Who's
Hey,
that?
Luffy.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know.
He doesn't get enough cards. He needs more cards. Just kidding. He gets way too many cards. Oh, this guy's crazy.
Eventually, you'll be able to play a Luffy deck that's all
Whoa.
Luffy. It's Shanks.
It's
Shanks,
Shanks.
Shanks just decreases the power of everything on the field. Just
You know,
fitting.
gotta
seeing
make a
bunch
Shanks
of
card.
seeing a bunch of numbers, and I thought it would be like within realm, but then you show Shanks with like 12,000. Do they mean anything?
Yes, that's a
Yeah,
power.
that's their strength. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
their
like
strong
literally the only way to kill Shanks is to like for like Vivi has 5. Well, Vivi can't attack. That's a terrible example. Like this dude has 7,000 power. So if he was going against Shanks, he just would not win. You'd have to
Yeah,
get him
can
up to
attach
12.
Dawn to give them plus 1,000 power, right?
Yeah, so you can attach your mana cards to basically
Yeah.
give them power. Yeah.
Right, but then you can't use that mana like that turn again.
Yeah.
I see.
There are cards that just like attach mana. There are cards that can like, increase power or decrease the power of, like, that's like kind of like what Vivi likes to do, is decrease power.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a good kit for her. So, and then also puddings, because
that makes
everyone loves
sense because
puddings.
Vivi's all like, stop fighting, stop.
Yeah, she can't attack. That's like, she gives things rush. So she like encourages others to attack for her.
She's a bard.
She's a bard. Yeah,
that is not true. Bards in BG3 are so powerful. It's
That's
insane.
true. Bards in 5th edition D&D are pretty powerful.
Yeah, they'd like do all the damage somehow.
See, this is Fire Emblem.
Nice.
I have more decks. I have at least. Where is it? Is it this? Who's in here? Oh, this is Purple Luffy. I forgot I built this.
Purple
That's sad.
Luffy.
It's just like a pretty meta deck. I don't like playing it. But,
yeah, purple is like the movie version characters, right?
No, not necessarily. This is just like, purple only represents the type of gameplay style.
Oh.
So like purple is like ramping,
yeah,
or not?
I saw that on
Yeah,
the
it's
card.
like it's kind of like ramping. So like you just kind of get a lot of mana really fast. This card is one of my favorite looking cards in the whole game. I forgot of this one.
Oh yeah, he's so good.
Year 5 Luffy.
I love this art. They use this art for like all the promo stuff for the card game, but it really is like one of the best. It looks so good.
It's great art.
It reminds me of the latest opening.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's cool too because it's like its ability is Dawn -10, so you go back to 0
use
mana,
everything,
and you kill everything on board.
Whoa.
But then you have like an extra turn.
Okay.
So it kind of it's a finisher card. So you use it at the very end to like guarantee.
Erase everything and then hit them.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like you can't defend against it.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, this is all like Straw Hats. So this is like Straw Hats and then like a Captain Kid for good measure.
Hi, Captain Kid. I haven't seen you in a while.
Shirtless Zoro, booby Zoro for good measure.
Yeah. People are always like, Zoro has the biggest tits in all of the Straw Hats. That is not true. Frankie has bigger tits.
Yeah, I think you're right.
His are implants.
They're
so
implanted,
maybe that doesn't
It's not natural.
I really love the art in this card. This is like one of my favorite looking cards.
Oh, it's cute.
It's like Luffy looks so cute. Yeah, I just like, love it. It's like badass and cute. It's like a really good representation of Luffy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Some I feel like it's hard for some artists to like represent him as really strong but also cutesy, because he kind of is both.
This card's crazy.
Black Maria.
Yeah, she basically, well, temporarily, I'm saying, she gives you 5 mana for free, and at the end of the turn, you basically go back to whatever your opponent's mana is. So, like, if you were to like use that, let's just say you use that Luffy card, that Dawn -10. You could like play this next turn, and then you go back up to your opponent's Dawn, which is
my
10.
gosh.
Yeah, so,
that's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. There's some combos with it that people really don't like. It's not. I think people when they announced it were like, "This is going to be the most broken card in the game. This is going to ruin the game." But it's not. It's not the best.
I don't understand the flavor of that one though.
Yeah, I don't understand either. Sometimes they'll get like funny. Like sometimes they'll be cool, but like in terms of that, but I don't know, like Queen is like a blocker. I don't really like think particularly that makes sense, but or like what does this Frankie card do?
Queen is pretty defensive though.
He gets rush.
Oh, it's Franosuke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I like how they all have different names. It does make a difference though. Like the boa card says, if the boa card says you can like basically unstand anyone but Monkey D. Luffy. That's not Monkey D.
But Luffy Taro isn't Monkey D. Luffy.
Yeah, which is pretty funny. I don't even know how they balance that, but it's like a funny idea. The Dawn cards in this one.
She just doesn't like him when he's in his Wano phase.
Oh man.
Oh.
I love you.
Shouldn't it say and Kobe, because Kobe wasn't affected, but whatever. I guess Kobe's not
Kobe.
It's because Kobe's a trans man.
Well, it's almost like she doesn't want to do it to Luffy.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's my headcanon now, because the live action actor for Kobe is a trans man. Kobe is a trans man, actually.
But even the women.
I would like change the plot, not at all.
Like, no, what it is? It just
is. In my head.
I think even women are attracted to boa, so it's like
It's true.
Yeah, that's true.
any other fancy
But-
cards.
Kobe could be a gay trans man. He's not into women.
And name a character, and I'll tell you what they
True.
do in the game. Probably
Caribou.
I had the
Caribou?
same thought.
Caribou.
The-
I think he has like a nothing card right now, but next set he's getting a card for Blackbeard. That's really good.
Oh yeah,
of
'cause he's
course.
Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Oh,
What does
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard do?
Oh man. Oh, how do I get started with that? So Blackbeard was recently made. I'll bring out his leader card, which I definitely know I have. Yeah. He's weird. So I don't know if you noticed, but how many cards I was reading that said on play they do something?
Mm-hmm.
Blackbeard's basically every turn you can discard a card from your hand, and your opponent can't use on play abilities
Ugh.
the next
Yeah, that
turn.
makes sense. That's like
Yeah.
canceling double fruit ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he keeps his hand really low because he doesn't have any cards to play.
Mm-hmm.
But he does that every turn. And basically you play like cards, like he has a guy, was it Burgess or Jesus Burgess or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
His ability is like for every 4 cards in your trash, he gets more powerful. And you just like keep
they're all
cycling
about-
cards in your
they're like
trash.
Warlock in Hearthstone, where it's all about discarding your own
Yep,
shit.
yeah. And you get really low, but it's a cool deck because it's like it's good and that's really annoying, but you also kind of have to like play around it, like you like or the Blackbeard has to play around it because he has a really low hand. You never have counter in your hands.
Yeah.
So like you can basically constantly guarantee hits on things. But yeah, like into Nami, the card like it's really awkward because one of Nami's favorite cards is Kaya, which is like draw 2, trash 2 on play. But as long as he keeps doing that, you'll never, you can never do that. Yeah.
Wait,
and then there's
Get to trash 2 is so good though on
I
a
know.
card. You get a
it's
body
really
with
good,
it. That's really good.
Yeah, it's not like a good body, but she is a 2K counter, which is really
but
good.
the fact that it has a body at all instead of just like a spell card, or an
And you
event
can
card.
build Robin. Robin, it's cool. So
that's
Robin's
cool.
ability, Robin's ability is she always has banish, which is basically when they take a life card, it goes into the trash instead of into their hand, which is way more detrimental than it sounds. That is like really detrimental. So it's a pretty scary card if you're playing it right.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, Buggy is not very good right now, but he also got a leader
If
card.
you cut a
last
Buggy
set.
card up into pieces and shred it, can it come back together?
It should. That should be how you play it. It should be like
Yeah.
Exodia.
Left arm of Buggy D Clown.
Yeah, he can just like play stuff out of the thing. It's okay. He's
Yeah.
all
I
right.
summon all 5 pieces of Buggy D Clown.
That'll be the last card. And then there's Shanks also got a leader card recently, which is
Oh,
he
nice.
just on an
That's
attack he can like subtract the power, so he kind of like can guarantee he doesn't get hurt one time a turn.
Okay.
Which is nice. Yeah, and then I was gonna say the Blackbeard. So pretty much the last set was themed after the four current warlords. So it was Buggy, Luffy, Shanks, and Blackbeard or whatever. And they each got like a super mega version of themselves, which is like, remember that there's that Shanks card I showed you that was like really fancy in the VV deck that I used. Blackbeard's is nuts. It's like you turn off the ability of the leader or any card. So like Nami, her ability says on her card, it says when you deck out, you win. He turns that off.
Oh.
So if like you time it right, where like Nami will draw next turn to win. If you played that card, Nami will draw next turn to lose. Yeah, which is like
oh my god,
can be really annoying. You have to kind of like you have to play around it, but it's fun.
Bad touch.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's hard to play around. And then let's see, what's my girlfriend's dice? Look at her dice on the thing.
Cute.
Those are tiny.
Tiny little pip guy.
Yeah, let's see. She runs. Oh, it's Kaya.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, we haven't seen Chopper yet.
Chopper.
there.
There's a super
Yeah, but we
pre-release
haven't
or
seen what
release
Chopper
event Chopper. Yeah, I don't know. Chopper's really Zoro really likes Chopper. There's a really good Chopper card for
Aw.
a Zoro deck. Yeah, that deck is like my least favorite deck in the whole game. It's so annoying to fight. It's just like
Aw.
it's like brainless. It's like
It's just
keep
aggro.
sending guys out. Yeah, it's super
Yeah.
aggro. It's like almost like parody levels aggro. Oh, this card is really good too.
That is
This
how
like
Zoro is, though. He's
lot
like,
of
no,
people's
think, let's fight.
Oh my god.
least favorite card. Yeah,
No.
he's got rush, and on play he rests 2 characters or mana. So if you have open mana for counter cards, like counter ability cards, he can rest that. It's really
can't do
annoying.
it
You have to
anymore.
take your own
Just
life
that
for it,
name.
but yeah, it's like
That's
really-
thematic then. If you have to take your own life, but that's worth it if you can like rush them down.
oh, this is a
right?
custom Kaya card I made.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
She's
that.
like really good in VVs or in Nami, so I was like, oh, I gotta gotta make Nami's friends too, but I didn't really want to use like proxies because I don't know. I don't want people to think I was cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doflamingo card's really good.
Oh wow.
It's also based on the game. You can see
I
like the
don't
type
like
is
that Doflamingo art, but I also don't
Odd-
like Doflamingo.
it's
Yeah.
Odyssey. This
I
guy,
like him when he's actually a flamingo.
Isho.
Isho.
One of my friends who
Alright.
plays Doflamingo, he has like card sleeves that just are just like a flamingo,
Cute.
like not like specifically One Piece, just like a flamingo. I'm like, I want to find that for Nami. I just want card sleeves with like oranges on them.
Oranges, yeah.
That'd be so fun. This Blackbeard card's kind of cool. It's just like a normal common card, but the art's pretty neat, pretty scary.
Yeah, it is scary. Wow.
Oh, we have our favorite gal.
Ulti.
Alti.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
she's good.
She's in that step on me pose, huh?
Yeah.
I do like Alti's design.
Yeah, that's what I was. I really like Ulti's design, but sometimes I'm like, I don't.
I don't like
She's-
how
a
her
one-
She's one of my
personality
least.
is
Yeah, I was gonna say
just
she's one of my
about
least. She's one of my least favorite personality characters.
how
Oh, here's a
much she wants to
a
like
cute-
hug her brother. That's not a very interesting personality.
That's good. That's a
Hey,
good Miss All
it's
Sunday.
Cowboy
Miss All Sunday.
Robin. Is
Not
there
Robin.
Thriller Bark Robin? I really like Thriller Bark
Oh.
Robin's outfit.
I actually don't know.
Just
trying
like
to think
the
of what
goth
her
chick
outfit-
look.
Yeah, it's a good outfit.
Oh,
Mhm.
probably. I assume that there's probably some straw hats at the very least. In that outfit. Just gonna say. Yeah, there is a was it Miss All what's Vivi's? What was Vivi's name?
Miss Wednesday?
Miss Wednesday.
Oh,
yeah.
Miss Wednesday, yeah. She is a card too, which is separate from Vivi. It's like a Baroque Works card.
Yeah, that's fun.
I can't find my other decks. I have like a Yamato. Where'd I put those? I gotta show them off too. A Yamato deck and a Sanji deck. Let's see. Sorry, thank you for humoring me.
There you go.
No,
Just
it's
like-
all good.
Yeah.
I
This is
love
just like-
seeing the art.
Yeah.
This is
I
all
wish I could get
have.
into this game, but I do not have the money or the time for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I barely do. It's a pretty honestly, if it wasn't for that boa card that I sold, I wouldn't still be into this game. But I basically used that to fund the hobby for a while.
That sounds so
That
bad.
sounds, don't
When
you
you say
sold
it's
her
about-
Yep.
after she escaped slavery.
Well, I'm gonna check the other room.
Oh sure. It's funny. Oh gosh, I was talking about. Oh sorry, go ahead.
I actually have
I've
to
shown
use
one
the
of these,
restroom real
actually.
quick.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I found them. So every leader card has an alt art version of itself.
Uh-huh.
Really cool. This is the one card. I was like, if I had to pull any card, this is the one I wanted because I loved the art on it. This Yamato.
Oh, that's so good. The
Man,
line
it's
art is so
so
like,
pretty. Yeah.
yeah.
So it's my background on my phone for a long time. It was so cool. I got it out of like a pack that I just got for like going to a tournament. Like the
Wow.
packs they give you when you get in there, and I was just like, yes. I don't love Yamato's deck anymore, but I own this card.
He still looks really
Um,
good. Yeah.
Yeah, Yamato is all about like this card gives Yamato banish.
Oh, it's so cute.
So-
Oh, Nami.
Yeah, Onami. Which just means like you get double attack banish, which means both of the hits go to the trash, which is like
Yeah.
so good. Or yeah, you run Hody, so you can just confirm
Oh my
more
gosh.
hits. It's
No,
just-
not Hody.
This Big Mom card's fun. So all the Big Mom cards, when they come out, they let you have the opponent makes a choice usually.
Uh-huh.
So like this one is like you discard 2 cards from your hand or you take a life.
Oh.
It's like that
well,
can
yeah.
be really scary too.
That's pretty good flavor too.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Like the Soul Pocus card, which is like the live or die card. It's like,
Yeah.
the opponent either gives you a life or, takes a life. But yeah, the Yamato's deck is so silly. I literally just like play like this it's just like a funny idea. Where is he? Where is this guy? Where is the man? Just saw him. I play this. There's a Mihawk card that is very good. It's in here.
Oh, Mihawk. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
seen
they
Mihawk yet.
Oh yeah, Mihawk pretty much just like plays something of 4 cost. So then
Okay.
you play, and he has to have a sword ability or whatever. So you play like Ohm because he has a sword ability, and then Ohm can play his dog. So you play the dog.
There's a card for the dog.
Yeah.
What's the dog's name? I
Dog.
totally forgot.
The dog,
Holly?
yeah, Holly. The dog has no ability, but basically you can get like 4 cards or 3 cards out and like for 3
Oh,
mana.
so just spam a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
really
smack
like
people.
being oppressive with Yamato is really good because like they don't want to take that double attack hit, so they're
Mhm.
constantly playing around it. So as long as you can get a little like you can get like 4 little hits in, and then they get out of this one, it's like okay, well I still did 4 damage.
Wow.
So like, yeah, Yamato's
How much life
scary.
do you have in this game?
Usually,
Well, it
most
depends on the
characters have
hero, right?
5. Most basically mono colors have 5, and then dual colors have 4. So
Cool.
yeah. And then the last deck I have is Sanji.
Sanji. Oh,
Yeah,
I
he's
thought that
cooking.
was pizza at
That's,
first.
that's good. The Sanji art.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
really good Sanji art.
he's
Mhm.
cute. He basically he just gives things rush. Anything once per turn, anything below 8 cost has rush, which means it can attack the turn it
That's
comes out.
pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it gets pretty funny. Like this guy's scary. Like
No,
when he
not
comes.
Wapple.
Oh yeah, but it can't be characters with on play abilities. So
Okay.
only characters without them. But you still have a lot of options. Like this guy, when he's attacking, he can subtract 2,000 from a character,
But
and he
Sanji
gains
has never fed
2,000.
Wapple out of all people.
Well, now he
He's
has. And
never fed the guy
this is
with
like
eating fruit.
literally one of my
He never
favorite
did.
art cards in the game, and it finally has use. Well, let me see if I can find it. I just think it's so pretty. It's like just a character, who cares? But like, man, I love
Whoa.
this art. Yeah.
Somebody really likes Pell.
And
yeah.
it finally has use. And
Is
this is the only
the
deck
card
it has use in.
effect when he dies, he comes back unexpectedly?
No, he just kills something.
He just
Oh.
kills something.
when
Okay.
he
Meta
attacks, he
cameo.
can kill something. I have like a bunch of different Nami cards. This is a funny idea where it's like, see if I can. Oh, it's funny too because I think I have 4 different versions of this card, but then also that manga version is the same card. So I have technically even more. Let's see. There's one more version of this card I have. I know. Dick. Yeah, they do a lot of alt arts. That's gonna be the takeaway. It's the last one I have. Is it on here? No, whatever. I can't find it. But yeah, they do a lot of alt art. So there's like, well, Zeus.
Oh.
Very cute. Or this is like the normal one. This is like from the first set, so it's not exactly flattering.
Like
It's just
normal
an
Nami.
anime.
Yeah.
And there's like this one. Very cute.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good card. It just searches, like it just says like draw 7 cards or 5 cards and find a straw hat out of those and put it into your hand.
I forget that Nami did wear pants at one point.
What
She
was up with
totally did.
What was up with that? Oh, you
Yeah.
want to see the cutest card ever? It's gonna be your favorite.
Oh my god.
Santa Chopper.
Santa
Yeah, this is-
Chopper.
This came in the same like set as this,
Oh.
but yeah. I had the Frankie, but I ended up trading it. The Frankie is really funny though, because he's drinking cola and he looks like really sexy drinking cola.
I think I saw that art too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty.
that one's good.
I think a lot of people like that art. This guy's really good. I don't even know who he is.
He's from a
Is he,
movie.
That's a good question, man.
Shira.
Yeah, it says he's
Yeah.
filmed, but I don't know which one.
Shiraya.
In like the one
Shirtless
random
Zoro.
deck I bought, I also had a film character, and I was like, I don't know.
He's from the 4th One Piece movie, the one with Gaspard. He's a bounty hunter.
Spot.
Cool.
Yeah, Gaspard has the candy fruit.
Oh.
The candy
It's
fruit.
like a Logia that turns him into taffy.
Is that not like already a thing?
It's not canon, so
No.
Oh, okay.
who cares?
Cool.
Yeah, I really like this. Is still like probably one of my favorite cards I've pulled.
That's great.
Yeah, so happy to have it. But I would still do want to get. There's like a few leaders that I would love to have the alt art leaders for, but they can get pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Like the Perona and the pudding are very good. The Nami is very expensive. I actually don't love the way the alt art leader looks for Nami, which is great because then I can show off mine. But you know, it's very nice. That's pretty much it. That's all I have. It's a fun
Wow.
game though.
No, it's great to show it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
Okay.
Risei.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fucked up sticker. It's like all kinds of faded at this point. I think I used this when I used to play the Fire Emblem card game. But, yeah, like, on my and then I have a ton of bulk. I have like it doesn't even fit. I have like those like a bunch of
Oh,
my
I like those too. Yeah.
yeah. I put a bunch of my
Oh,
stickers.
Hey,
Just so
it's Vivian.
it's sad. Pretty much whenever I'm at like a local and somebody's like, oh, those are cute. I'm like, visit my Etsy store.
This is my Etsy store. Yeah.
Well, it's great because when I play with my own, like literally a few days ago, I was at like a local place, and some guy was like, "Oh, that's a really cool leader card." I'm like, "Yeah, I drew it." And they're like, "Really? Like, dang! Like, do you sell them?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have some with me." They're like, "Oh my god, do you have Venmo?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have Venmo."
Great marketing.
It's good.
Exactly. Hey, you
great.
know what? You
It's
got
really
great
good.
product, so like that's why
Yeah.
I came too.
Yeah, I'm working on Law and Sugar next. And I just
Ooh,
met
oh,
with the
yeah.
guy today. And I was
Yeah,
like,
you
"Hey,
did show
what's
me.
up with those?" And he's like, "Oh, they're coming."
I like the sugar.
You'll want a Dawn card.
A Don Don card.
Yeah.
Don Don.
I wish I had a copy. I think I sold the last copy I have of the fan letter Nami one that I made, but I loved the way that one came out. But I don't think I have any, which is kind of sad because it's like I should have kept one for myself.
Oh yeah, that was really like good art, like a good idea for the art.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was proud of it.
Man, fan letter was so good.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
are
probably.
like, G8 is the best filler. Nah.
Yeah, the recently there was some drama with my local game store, so they kind of overpriced things, and we called them out on it, and then they got really defensive, and they basically banned me and another person that were kind of like questioning their pricing, and now like another local game store that we go to that is way cooler, way nicer, is running the tournaments on the day that the other place is, and they're like 5 minutes away from each other.
Oh my goodness.
So like, and so
This is the
yeah,
beef.
I don't
The
even really like
drama.
on it. Yeah, I was pretty pissed because it was just like really, I was being really, really polite and like trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and he basically responded with like smiley faces and like really passive aggressive, and I was like, okay, I hate this guy, so I didn't want to go back there anyway. Pretty sure me and my friend are on like a like One Piece wanted poster on his wall anyway, so like I don't think we're gonna.
Wait, that's so good though.
You have a bounty?
I would say if you can
That'd be so
casually
funny.
made like a store v store like fan art just of the rivalry,
Yeah.
Oh God, I would be so biased.
you'd be your pirateer. Like you'd be living the pirate life for freedom.
If there's anything else I can show that I have. Oh, you want to see my playmat?
Oh yeah.
I can even show it. Where's this?
I like playmats. I always think they're so cool, even though I have no use for them.
Yeah, I wish I might be able to show this one. You'll probably get an idea of what it looks like just based on whatever you can show. Oops. It's like Yamato and Ace.
That's
it's
neat.
Really, really, really good art of them. Yeah, I love it.
That's pretty cool.
It's very red, but
There's also a lot of ship art of them for some reason.
There is. It's kind of weird.
It is kind of weird.
Like,
Also, Yamato
Ace-
is like twice Ace's height.
yeah.
Also, Ace's name is Ace for a reason. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Also, if there was anything, let's be honest, Yamato would top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. The yeah, no, this is not One Piece related, but I do have Pokemon cards too.
Oh, I like that nurse lady.
I know, she's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled that card out of just like a random pack, but I have Dawn.
Dawn.
Get it? Cause his name's
pretty much.
Paper Dawn.
I have like I'm trying to get a full binder of all the clay. It's terrible.
Oh yeah, I really
shiny.
like those
All the-
cards. Yeah.
It's like all the clay cards. Yeah, some of them are really cute. I
I
like some
do
of the.
think we should
early
probably look at the Pokemon cards off
Yes,
screen.
I will.
because-
I'm looking for somebody. I've been looking for someone to raid. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, just because like this is all One Piece stuff.
Yeah. No.
Also the
It's
Pokemon,
been
read
great.
the Pokemon manga.
Mhm.
Um,
No, I
Sorry,
appreciate
not
you.
trying to cut you off.
Oh, no.
I'm just
No,
trying
you're
to
good.
also-
I really didn't have anything else to show anyway.
it's all good. I was sorry. I didn't flip over to the other scene. I was just like looking at people.
You're good. Thank you for letting me show it all.
No, absolutely. Thank you all for being here and talking about One Piece with me, because I know it just didn't, reading something didn't work out, so it's okay. We still are reading One Piece, so.
It's always there.
Yeah.